Yeah, welcome. Whoa, that was last loud. That's Stark. You there, dude?
Oh, I'm here. Yep. Was that
Yeah,
me or something was loud
that's
or
you.
what?
No, it's you. It's yes. Now it's different from the whistle. It's just like a. It's different from the whistle now. It's more like just a shh. But if anyone can give us a sound check as we get started, welcome everyone to Clobberin Times Saturday Night Star Trek 64, and it had to happen at some time. We did 63 in a row. What's that? Someone down. Oh,
I just put my echo cancellation on, so I don't know what's going
now,
on with the mic.
now you sound better.
That sound better now?
Yeah, I think so. If
All right.
anyone else, let us know how it sounds out there, everybody.
Raquel sounds different. She's on
Yeah.
shore leave.
Yes. Raquel, of course, is on an away mission or shore leave, actually. Everyone, and so we did 63 in a row, where we did our reviews, and our reviews will return next week. So a week off from reviewing things, everyone. And I got the word out as soon as I knew. I didn't know till Thursday night, to be sure, of course. So, but you know what? And it's interesting. Oddly enough, the say we. You don't have to if you don't want to. On Mark's Sunday Night Geekery, we were talking about this, and people were saying, "Oh, what is Saturday night gonna be after this is done?" Well, we decided to do these review shows way after I was started doing Saturday Night Star Trek. So, Saturday night will always be Saturday Night Star Trek on Clobberin Times. Always. That's what it's always going to be. Now, again, we will do other shows and review a lot of other things, of course, on other nights. But it's always going to be. And we would say we, but it just is not going to be the same.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, we don't have one of those soundboards. We need a Raquel soundboard.
No, we need Raquel for that. There's certain things that only our first officer can do.
Yeah, it's not the same. Yep.
Yeah, but we're just gonna have just a little general Trek talk. Cause see, after this is over, we'll be doing it'll always be Trek. So, and there's plenty of Trek to talk about for those who love it. And I've done many Trek talk shows over the years, and always wanted to do it more regularly before Raquel and I started doing this together. So we love you, number one. We hope you're having a wonderful evening. She's getting to do something that she has not been able to do in a long time, and I'm just so happy for her. And so we all love you, number one. And again, we hope you're having just a fabulous time out there. I sure hope so. And we miss you, but we're also happy for you. So
have a great time, but next time make sure it's on a Friday night. Just kidding.
No, don't listen to these.
Don't listen to me.
You're reduced 2 steps in rank. You're gonna end up in the agony booth.
Yeah. No, but it is great after the vid and all this junk to be able to get to do the things that you've haven't been able to do for a long time. So
I knew I knew we wouldn't be enough for them. They're already expressing their disappointment in the chat. Look, I'm the same way. I'm not disappointed because I love her, so therefore I'm happy for her to being able to go out and do something. But I'll miss her, of course. I will miss her, but I love her and I'm so happy that she's getting to have some fun. That I'm just ecstatic about that. So sure, we miss her, but I'm not in any way disappointed.
Oh yeah. We're just joking. I know she's going to listen to this, she takes it very seriously.
She takes it.
Loves the show, and
she loves the show. She loves you all.
Here, yeah.
Yep, she loves the show. She loves you all, and she was so distraught about the thought of her not being here. How dare you have a life? Look, for me, it's one thing. I'm just a fat old geek. I'm a dude. I'm not, I'm single. I don't have anything going on. But if you got a life and a family, and my kids are grown up, so I got nothing going on. So I'm doing this kind of crap pretty much anyway on every Saturday night. But that things that have been going on the past couple of years in our world has kept people in her part of the world pretty much stay at home for the past 2 years. She had, so she's finally getting out to go do something.
We used to go out every Saturday, not almost, but almost every Saturday night. Yeah, go out to a movie, and you just couldn't do that for a long time. Yep.
A lot of people like to go out on Saturday nights. So that's the way it is, So I'm sorry, I'm sorry for the disappointment, everyone. If you could just settle for me, and Mark, just and whoever else might show up. If you could settle for us for one night, just BSing a little bit about Trek. And I have a few things to talk about tonight, of course. Pleasant Valley is really unhappy with us. Looks like, oh well, but you know what? We're still going to do the tradition. First of all, show note, then we'll say our hellos.
Yep.
Very excited about. I'm finally going to get my spinner rack video is going to be tomorrow, so I'm not excited about that. I'm aggravated about that because March is over, but it'll be March. But what the hell?
That's all right. Just go back in time.
Monday night at a special hour earlier time. Hope that's okay with you, by the way.
Well, I have Boy Scouts, but I'll have to.
But what?
I'm done at 9:00, so I'll get someone to cover.
Wait,
for
9
me.
Your time?
9 my time. Yep, I'll be home 9 my time.
Well, that's when we start.
Yeah. Well, I got to drive home and get in front of the computer.
Oh,
yep.
I'll talk to LT and we'll change the time
from 9:15. 9:15. I'll get someone to cover for me too. I can leave early. We'll talk after.
LT's going to be with us. I should have checked with you. I just figured.
It's okay.
I figured if it wasn't 2 hours early, it would be easier for you. I had no idea it's that much of a problem. So I'm going to call. I'll talk to him. We'll push it back half hour work.
Yeah, or 15 minutes.
No, well,
half hour's done. Yeah.
Okay, we'll handle it.
We'll about that. It out. Yep. Sorry, guys. Yeah.
I just didn't know. I'm an idiot. Monday night, Mark C. Comics Talk, everyone, at a to be determined earlier time. Clobby's Classic Comics Review. We're reviewing the classic 1982 miniseries of Wolverine by Chris Claremont, Frank Miller, and Joe Rubinstein. Classic indeed. And with, of course, the great LT will join myself and my not my first officer, my second officer, my chief engineer. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. Hey, okay. Well, here now let's. I think I've got everybody. So we're going to start doing our traditional hellos. And let's see here. Just like it was normal. All right. Okay. Who be's here with us tonight? I like to write the names down before.
Got a big crowd, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let me finish writing this one down and we'll go. Good to see you all here tonight. We appreciate it. You know. All right, now here we go. Okay. Oh. I dropped my pen. Okay, now I'm writing the last one down. And now we're going to get started with our hellos. See how disorganized I am without Raquel?
Yeah. It's not easy. Change is not easy. Yep.
Yes.
I think it's only temporary.
I fear change. Of course, with us here tonight is the Comic Relief Crusader who was in here first. Hey there, dude. Good to see you, buddy. Phantom Outsider. Good to see you, bro. Raymond Feliciano and the wonderful better half, Sandra Feliciano, is here. Hey, Sandra. Good to see you. Let's see here. The great Max Redstone. What's up, buddy? J-Man popped in. I think he probably had to run, but a big shout out to the great J-Man. Good to see you there, bud. D. Bud Martin, the man of Iron. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Michael Beacom. Hello there. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for being here. The great enigmatic Drop Bear. Steve Mitchum, I'll take you up on the Simonson Thor run. Give me time. I got all these other reviews lined up, and I would do it with no one else but you, bro. Thanks for being here, ED. Pleasant Valley Picker. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. JT Kirk, my friend. Good to see you. Kal-El, Super Kal-El, buddy. What's up? Our good buddy Steve Mitchum. Buddy, I'm so sorry that you and Maddie are under the weather again. Sorry, bro.
Better soon.
Definitely feel better soon, bud. Okay, let's see here. Everyone hearing us okay? Just every now and then just let us know. Tyrell, 72. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. The great Hungry Boy, and his name tonight is Hungry for More Silver Age Quality. Well, aren't we all, buddy?
Yeah,
Aren't we
that would
all?
be nice, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Eric Carroll, hello there. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Oh man, the bronze richer is here, of course, the great master of all that is wrench, and he's bronze. Eric K, what's up, buddy?
Hey, okay.
Good to see you, man. Captain James C. Skywalker, hello, hello, hello. The great Andy Masterson is here. What's up, Andy? Good to see you there, bro.
What a maker of things he is. Yep.
A maker indeed, he is the maker of all things. Man, anyone else pops in, we will definitely acknowledge them, like I always like to do here. And again, we got it's sort of like we don't have any kind of set timetable because we don't have to review any episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation. And it is. Hey, look at Pat S.
Hey, Pat S.
Hey, man, good to see you. If I don't know how any of you were all viewing it, it's been taken off of Netflix, of course.
That's right. Yeah.
Eric K with a $2 super chat. Clubby's first comics were the Rock Age. That's right, buddy. You got it. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That is for show.
Stone Age family.
Yep. Now, there was this for any of you who were not here with us Thursday night, Raquel, she's always sensational, but she really just, I mean, she knocked it so far out of the park with this, with what she did. Hey, the Catman, AKD Mutters.
Hey, Catman.
It was truly amazing. And I'm sure you remember what I'm talking about.
Yep, the Gene Roddenberry
with Gene Roddenberry
Humanist
review.
interview. Yep, I'll post it again in the chat. Yep, it's
where she talked. Yeah, well, this dovetails with something you sent us a picture of. Let's see, what is it? Dee Dee Myers. Okay, hey Dee Dee, good to see you. Thank you for being here. I hope your wonderful wife is doing well. She was talking about, of course, answering all the crap from idiots who try to defend the filth. Absolutely, Hungry Boy. The idiots who try to defend the filth. And and one of their defenses is, well, it's Star Trek's always been political, that kind of stuff. Well, you have the article. Where I'm about to reference.
Let me grab it. Yep, I'll find it. Yep,
there's a reference out there that Mark pulled up, and it's just come out, where someone whose words really don't carry any weight with me because he's involved in fake Star Trek. But Raquel liked it, and he is making a point that she just made. It's almost like he watched her talk about it. Good to know there, Catman. Thank you. I'm glad she's doing well. Thank you so much. Basically, I feel queasy even quoting him. Because this guy, I mean, he's right, but he's still Chris Pine. And Chris Pine, as some of you may know, I thought you were going to bring that article up too, or
okay. Oh yeah, I'll share my screen. Yep. I'm not. I'm used to, my brain is like I'm in the chat and not in the show.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, let me make this full screen. Yep. Boom.
Well, Chris Pine, as you all know, played a character that some people call James C. Kirk in a 2009 piece of dog molested filth that has nothing to do with real Star Trek, and gave us it. That's what jump started the state of Star Trek as we know it today. Again, I really have nothing against the actors so much personally, but it just rubs me the wrong way. I hate the 09 thing. I hate everything Jar Jar Abrams did and everything he stands for. But if Jar Jar Abrams had said, Jar Jar Abrams would never say this. To the credit of Chris Pine, who never played Kirk and never will, who was never really doing anything to do with Star Trek. Look, Max, I'll tell you, and I fully admit it, and everyone knows this. Or most, well, nobody knows it as much now as they did back when I first started this show in '09. If I have a trigger, it's that movie. Now, it got old. Everyone, like, every mentioning it every 5 seconds. I'm like, yeah, I get it. You're trying to get me to rant. It's not going to work anymore. But that movie makes my blood boil more than any of the other filth. Because that's what got us here. Are there things that are actually worse? Okay. I mean, is P Hard or STD worse written than the garbage Jar Jar Abrams movie? I guess. Doesn't matter. '09 is what started this all. And by the way, the filth is still Jar Jar Abrams' fault. It's still his company. Alex Klutzman is his hire. So when people sometimes bitch so much about Klutzman, they forget that it's all Jar Jar Abrams' fault. Well, it's actually Les Moonvest's fault, the scumbag who hired him, but you know what I mean. So it's all on him. Yet, sometimes I tend to get a little aggravated with the actors because they're part of that trash. I was even mad at Leonard Nimoy for a while for being a part of it, but even though I love him, with Chris Pine, it's just. And now he's more of a respected actor. People like him and all this kind of good. That's great. Look, But it seems him commenting on Star Trek doesn't carry much weight with me, but it does. The reason why I mention this is because both Mark and Raquel have brought this up because we were just talking about something very similar to this Thursday night. Then the next day it pops up. So,
yeah, I have his quote. There. There you go. Yep. So he says we've always tried to get the huge international market. It was always about making $1 billion. It was always this $1 billion mark because Marvel was making $1 billion. We struggle with it because Star Trek, for whatever reason, its core audience is rabid, and I'll agree with that. Like rabid, as you know, to get these people that are interested, that maybe are Star Wars fans, who think Star Trek is not cool or whatever, proven to be. We've definitely done a good job of it, but not the $1 billion kind of job they want. We operate in a system now, which I don't know how. Yeah, we operate in a system now, which I don't know how much longer we have if you spend $500 million on each film to reach. Even if you have to pay all sorts of people back. So to make $1 billion, it's like you haven't even. $1 billion is the gross, so you haven't brought your net in. So I mean, if I had my business suit on, that's what I would do. I don't know where that is. That's above my pay grid. So the quote is kind of convoluted, but basically he's saying, and Raquel, brought this point up so well, was, they're chasing the corporate dollar and they're not making Star Trek for Star Trek fans. If you're reading in between the lines of this.
Yeah. And he got his job for that very reason, though. I mean, but look, people grow. That's 13 years ago. It was a gig to him. But
yeah, I mean, he's an actor, right? You got to turn down playing Captain Kirk. I mean,
no, the same thing he's talking about is how he even got that job, but that doesn't make him wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, he said it in kind of a gobbledygook type of a way, but Raquel approved of it because, it kind of bolstered her point a little bit. And so, I'll give him credit for that, saying why try to. What he's basically saying is something I've said since 2009 and beyond, and even before, was taking Star Trek and dumbing it down to pander to the masses to sell a few extra pieces of popcorn and a few extra tickets, but ultimately damaging it is probably not the best idea. That's basically what he's saying, and it won't. And trying to turn it into something that it's not, because they were trying to turn it into a cash cow. They were trying to turn it into Star Wars, and it seems to me like 13 years later, Chris Pine understands that maybe you shouldn't. Maybe it's not the best idea to take Star Trek and try to turn it into a dumbed down, Fast and the Furious with spaceships cash cow that can make you a few bucks, but it's totally not what Star Trek is for.
No, it's a great point. And, he doesn't say it in a really elegant way, but it's true because, you're trying to capture that, that magic, right? So Star Wars comes out in 1977 and we had Phase 2 coming, and in some ways, Star Wars, I guess you could say, killed Phase 2, which I'd have loved to have seen, although, we weren't going to get Spock as Nimoy back. They had Zahn as a Vulcan replacement, but Star Trek in my mind belongs on the little screen to tell all those yeah, tell all those stories, and maybe once, maybe the motion picture, all right, it's so incredible to get that on the big screen, but then we lost all those adventures, after Kirk gets demoted from an admiral, right? And but we never got to see any of those adventures, in between, what happened in between Star Trek 5 and 6. He gets demoted, and we missed all those adventures. We could have maybe gotten some of those, adventures on TV. So I think it's kind of, it's good for Pine to at least have the guts to say that, and
Yeah, I
because
mean,
he's out there for a paycheck too, I guess. But
yeah, but see that maybe he see I don't know. Maybe he actually started watching Star Trek at some point and realizing our movies are crap. I doubt it, but
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, they're just yeah, they're dumb popcorn movies, which is, I like a good dumb popcorn movie, but Star Trek should never have to be that. Star Trek is not that. That's not what I go to Star Trek for.
yeah.
That's not what it's all about. Yeah, I
The
know
first movie
business.
didn't the first movie make a lot of money? Not that I want to dwell on that, but I think the first one did semi decently, right? It was the second one,
Oh
your
9?
favorite movie,
Yeah,
that,
09 did well.
and then your favorite movie, quote unquote, would you say? Because then everyone realized
Yes,
how bad
my beloved Into Dumbness.
in the dumbness. Con.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing in the movie
Said I
theater.
couldn't believe it when they started playing Beastie Boys and the Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I definitely could easily believe it.
Yeah.
We're talking about Jar Jar. I see what you're saying, obviously, yes, but I believe it all right. I found it very believable. But yeah, I mean, it's perfect for that level of garbage, and that's what those movies are. And yeah, I have a trigger. It's that movie because I constantly, I spent 2 years when it came out fighting with people who were accepting it as Trek. And even though they would and then you would get to the end of the argument and they would go, yeah, I see what you're saying. It's not really Star Trek. And then the word but I enjoyed it anyway. Okay, wait a minute. You enjoyed seeing Star Trek shit all over and debased and defiled and turn into something stupid, moronic. Seeing that done to Star Trek is okay with you. I mean, I can't relate to that. And that's not just, hey, look, I don't. You're not the only one that said it. There are a lot of people that have said that over the years that do love and really understand Star Trek. Some of them have even done it, and I just can't even. I can't just. There's no. You'll never be able to explain it to me, other than, hey, look, I've liked some stuff that I can't really explain either, I guess. So that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, Micah Beacom has a great point. I think I had said that to you one time talking after a show. Was TMP is probably the most Star Trek of all the movies. So
Yeah.
Wrath of Khan, of course, is one of my all-time favorite great movies, but that I love. But it really did do damage in terms of almost like a Miller was making Batman Dark. They're always looking for that big bad or that huge enemy, or kind of like James Bond in space. And Star Trek's not that. So motion picture, we got that great story, that great sci-fi story. And then Wrath of Khan is as amazing of a movie it is. It's it's a one-off time when you hit the everything all comes together. Ricardo Montalban, the great continuation. And look at like Star Trek Nemesis, they were just trying to copy Wrath of Khan again, with another big villain. And then they did time travel and save the whales in Star Trek 4, but then First Contact, they do the same thing, and then going back in time, to save alter the timeline. And now they're doing it in P Hard again. They're going back in time.
Yeah.
Allegedly. It's like, let's give us some outstanding new concepts and shows. So it's
it's funny how you mentioned villains. I remember, I forgot exactly how long ago this was, but at one point I remember I saw somebody, I forgot where it was, having a conversation about what is your favorite Star Trek villain. I started thinking, like, that's not even a conversation. That's a conversation you have about comic books, and Star Wars. I said, yes, granted, Khan could be called a villain, but other than that, there aren't very many villains, because that's not what Star Trek is about. There are heroes for damn sure, but I mean, Klingon, even the races, like when Klingons were doing bad stuff, or Romulans are kind of villainous. As far as a mustache twirling villain, or as far as just a like a super, like as where Spider-Man or Batman or
Yeah.
Superman has a
Doc
villain.
Ock, yep.
This is not the same kind of fiction. It is heroic, of course, but you don't have your villain of the week, and you shouldn't. Doctor Who has villains. It's true for Doctor Who, for example, has many great adversaries. Some
The
people like the
Master is
you got
number
the
one, yep.
Daleks and
Cybermen.
Cybermen and Master and Silurians and Sea Devils and Autons and and on and on. In Star Trek, yeah, occasionally there's someone who does something bad. As far as a recurring villain is concerned, even Harry Mudge is kind of a rogue, mischief maker. So Q was a rogue, maybe something of a nemesis, but for the most part, Star Trek,
Not pure evil.
yeah, I mean, Khan definitely a villain, and he occurred. He was recurring because he popped up twice. But that's not even the conversation you should be having about Star Trek. And yet, when these new idiots make it, they've got to make a villain every time because that's just the limit of their vision, and which they don't have much of a vision. J25, hello there. Good to see you. Welcome.
Hey,
welcome.
J25. Yep.
But
Yeah, no,
Max
that's
Red
and they fell into that.
in Doctor Who is my favorite thing that makes Joe Grant scream is probably I'm gonna give you the clean answer. The axons? No, I'm just kidding.
But no, that's a great point because if you go through all the movies, like two, you got Khan. 3 is 2, 3, and 4 almost one. One
Krug
continuous
was kind
story,
of a
right?
villain, but because it was a Klingon, but that was kind of a story that was needed. But then in 4 you don't really have a villain.
There's no villain, right? Then 5,
the probe is not necessarily a villain.
Yep.
In 5, Cybuck, okay.
Well, 5 actually, when you think of it, it's kind of a start. Yeah, it's not a bad start. I mean, it's not a great story, but it's they went for the concept of finding God and and then 6 is really is a Cold War story, right? If you want to talk politics and that's
don't get me revved up on 6.
Don't get you revved up, and you got Generations. Just that's another Wrath of Khan.
Another one with a villain. Again,
yep. So they're going with the great Malcolm McDowell, and that was a miss, right?
Yeah.
And then we got, and then of course First Contact. So that's the obvious choice with the Borg. I like that movie a lot. I think that works. And then
Wolfie, what's up, dude?
Hey, Wolfie.
Max and Shrek 5. Shatner was the villain.
And the special effects budget, and then you've got another what was the Next Generation TV episode that made it into a movie.
Erection.
Insurrection. Yeah.
Erection. Yeah.
What a bad. I mean, I guess you could say that's a little.
Claude is here.
Hey, Claude.
Minimus is here.
So, so you got that, and then you got the total. I rewatched, Nemesis. And it's not as bad as I remember. They've got that ridiculous, off-roading scene with the, that was a precursor to the Beastie Boys in Star Trek when they're off-roading in the beginning of that movie in the desert. But yeah, that was not as bad as I remembered it that first night in the theater, but still not. It ain't a great movie. So
I hear you, Kal-El. Of course, again, you shouldn't hate anything in that movie because it's not real Trek anyway. That's the way I basically think.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? Look, dude, to hell with that crap. Let's talk about cool stuff.
Yep.
You want to talk about some ships for a minute, or
sure.
Did you bring some ships?
Let me zoom out here. Let me. You might lose me off the camera. Let me zoom out my camera. Hold on.
Yeah, I had a lot of problems with. Are you talking about the Green Death in there? Somebody talking about from Doctor Who? The Green Maggots. Yeah, I didn't like the Green Death. That's an episode I didn't, especially that it had a sad ending there, Hungry Boy. But I never really liked the Green Death that much. But it was funny. They had the really silly maggots. Hang on a second. Who wants to look at some spaceships? We're going to talk a little bit about Star Trek spaceships tonight, among other things. Because let's face it, as much as we love the intellectual storytelling of Star Trek. Don't we like spaceships? Aren't spaceships freaking cool? Yes, the boss computer was ridiculous, Max Redstone. That episode was one of the preachier ones from the 70s, and I just did not like it.
All right, I have way too many spaceships.
I love Pertwee, of course. Is that Enterprise E from the same line as your Enterprise D?
No, one's Diamond Select. So let me.
How much bigger should the scales not? So the scales don't really match, is what you're saying.
The scales are totally screwed up.
How much bigger would E be than D? Do you think?
It's supposed to be. I'm not the complete ship expert. I think it's like a quarter scale bigger. But I'm sure Wolfie's out there to look it up. But
well, I mean, I can see D
each ship
being wider.
gets bigger.
Well, the saucer section of D is very wide.
Yep. So I have a new camera set up here, so bear with me. But I think this I got the tripod out. But
do we one thing, because I got to admit, we get E, and we the movies only have E, so you don't have much to do with E. We know that D, for example, has got all the same, the crew complement of over 1,000. Does E have that many? They have the families and all that stuff the same way D does. I mean, what's the deal with that?
Yeah, it's just it's a bigger scale. So what they did with the E, so this ship here is I gotta pull this camera back, I guess, because we're too close. But let me zoom. Go back a little bit. That's that. Oh, it'll come back.
Yeah, D was wider.
Yeah, D is wider, but we can pull up the technical manuals. But what I really like about this ship is they kind of got rid of the neck.
Same crew complement, you think?
Wolfie's saying less. I thought it was
less crew. Okay.
With the saucer not being as big, maybe.
Yeah, and it doesn't even really have a secondary hull. It's like one piece. I mean, I guess you couldn't do a saucer separate, could you?
I think they all have them built into the plans. I think they all have saucer separation, and this one has the captain jot in the back, just like the D does too. Here we can do some.
Michael Meekum said no. I'm not too sure to what though. Mr. Woof, $90, huh? Wow, for a Funko Pop, Jesus. Hey, two can play at that game. I've got my Enterprise there, making a little noise.
Yeah. Want to get Captain Picard speaking, but yeah. So this
we don't want to hear him. If you want to talk to Picard, call him and he'll tell you. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is a nice ship, though.
I love this ship. I love this ship. So Wolfie's saying the scales are about right, but I always assume that it's just the Diamond Select. I'll defer to Wolfie.
One of them's Diamond Select and the other one's not.
Yeah, so this is the Diamond Select line is much better than this Playmates line. Although the Playmate ships did get better, I have to say.
Yeah. So
of course, I think if you hold the button, I think the lights stay on. Yep. There it goes. All the. So of course the effects kept getting better and better.
850 says Wolfie. Thanks, Wolfie. We got some of our good friends who know their tech stuff better than me.
All right, Picard, you can be quiet now. I gotta turn them off now. There we go. All right, they got quantum torpedoes in that one. All right, so I think this ship was a hit. I don't know if the chat wants to vote like what right, how chat, they rate this ship.
All right, since we normally review Next Generation right these days. Okay, everyone, which one do you like the best out of these two? D or E? Vote. No blood.
No H picks either.
B, C. Yeah, no, just put the letter up there. Which one do you like the best?
I'll show that in a second, Eric. Yep, an XO1.
There we go. Eric K,
Yep.
thank you so much for the. Yeah, I have that in XO1 also.
So
Yeah,
this is
for
the
the $2 super chat. Thank you, Eric. So let's see here.
D.
I'll tally these
Diamond
up.
Select. Yep, you tally them.
I'll
Yep.
save these. Oh, no, I'll save them. So I'm just going to save them, then I'll tally them in a minute.
You can turn the lights on with this ship. Button.
Eric,
This-
that's not on the menu.
There's a button in the back there, so we get the lights on. Got the lights kind of dim here, but the lights on this ship are really well done. Of course, with the nacelles here. So just love the way that lights up. And then you got the front lights up here.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And if I push the button, I'll put it, near the mic so you can hear it. But
And I want to be clear about this. It's just out of these two. I mean, it's not, we'll, of course, talk about other ships later. Okay, I guess we got our votes in. You want to see what we got?
yeah, what do we get? Yep.
Okay. 11 of our friends chimed in. JT Kurt likes E better. First of all, I'll put mine in first, and we'll see. I pick E as well. I kind of like E better. Look, just more. It's more sleek. I've never been the biggest fan of D, to be honest, but it's okay. I don't hate it or anything. So you two, what are you, E or D?
I'm a D. I'm a E. I was just gonna say
Okay.
real quick. I like this view of the ship. I hate this front view like this. I think the ship looks ridiculous like that. So
show us E some more. If you got,
let me grab E. Yep. One of them.
Okay, so you and I go for E. JT says E. D Bud says D. Michael Beacom E. Terrell, we're not keeping score or anything. We're just checking. Terrell says D. Eric Carroll says D. James Skywalker says little D. Eric is disqualified because he didn't pick either one of them. He picked X. Catman says E. Max is a D, although he loves the Nebula class. And D for Kal-El. And Wolfie says, tough one. When First Contact came out, I liked E better, but now that I'm old. Okay, so he goes for the Galaxy class, the D. I didn't count how many because I didn't feel like writing it down. So, hey, Keely Chow. Good to see you, Keely. Roll Tide. So anyway, that was about 11 of those and an hour. So yeah, it kind of went all over the place. I think E might have edged it out a little bit. Pop Culture Republic.
Yep.
Hey.
So and then what's really cool about this model?
Hey,
Now
Jill.
watch this. Hi, Jill. I'm not gonna break it. Ready?
What happened?
How cool is that?
Oh, let's see.
You get saucer separation with this.
Oh, there you go.
And Picard talks, and it's got
It really
magnets
looks
in
funny
here.
with that. It really looks funny without the secondary hull. Looks funny like
Yep.
that though.
Yep. And you've got two stands, so you can pull this stand out, and you can display. You can display the saucer separately. So I can put this in, and I can have on my shelf. I can display the saucer like that. So how cool is that? So Diamond Select really knocked it out of the park with this one. And I was looking on Amazon. It was like $400 or like crazy prices for some of it. That's a ridiculous price, but.
Michael Beacom says, I tried to love Enterprise D, but the super huge saucer backed up by the twin submarine sandwich nacelles just never really did it for me. I'm kind of right there with you, Michael. I mean, I was never fond of it like I was Constitution class or some of the other ones, or even Excelsior. I like the sleeker long one. I don't like that big ass saucer section too much personally. It's okay. I don't hate it, but I'm kind of there with you. I like E. E is sleeker. I like that.
So that's the separate. So they did. There's an effect whenever you reattach the ship, which is just so cool. So I just love that they did that. So that's even though the D is not my favorite ship. I've got this and the All Good Things I'll show you. These are two of my favorite models just because of the way You know how cool that they put these together. And by pressing the button, you can just leave the light on and have it, glow, which is cool. And then you push the button, and the button is.
I'm gonna go back and get everyone's score and take them over again. Yep. So here we go. Go ahead.
All right. So let me grab.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna get everybody's score again so we can.
Yeah, because I'm away from the computer. I can't.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go grab the All Good Things Enterprise. I'll be right back.
All right. All good things. What do you mean?
What do you mean? With the special, the ship with the 3 nacelles. Yep.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I'll be right back.
All right, everyone. I'm tallying the scores up now just for the hell. Let's see which one wins. What the hell? What else we got to do? We're playing around tonight. We're out of school. We're playing hooky from school, folks. So, I'm calling. Did I just call Raquel the teacher? Oh, don't tell on me. Don't tell that I told her that we were all screwing around in school. Oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble. Okay, getting all these scores here. D. Hang on. E. Should have wrote them down before. Hang on a second, everybody. Get everybody's this time. E. Got a lot of E's here.
Have you ever done those YouTube polls where you actually put it in the chat?
Oh, I should have done that. No.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I think you go to your YouTube studio and you do, or no, it's right in the chat because you're the on the bottom left because you're the host.
I'm a
so
dumbass.
You can just click add a poll.
Okay, that's right, huh? I'm gonna create a poll right now.
Create a poll and you just do the 2 questions.
All right, let's see here. Hang on. All right, everyone, I'm gonna do it. Do it as a poll. As soon as I can get my stupid thing to pop up here. Get my chat to pop back up here, folks. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, there you go, man. I always, why not?
See, that'll work pretty well. Yep.
Yeah, let's just do it as a poll. All right, here we go, everyone.
Then we don't have to do all that hard math.
Yeah, there you go. Come on. Oh, my computer's being an asshead. Come on. Don't pop up shite. Okay. All right, that'll work. All right, there you go, folks. You may vote. Did it go in?
Yep, there it is. Yep.
Well, okay.
Oh, but
that'll make it
you
easier.
should have put. Well, I guess vote if the D is your favorite. The way you wrote the question. So yes is D.
What?
No.
What did I screw? How did I screw it up?
You wrote favorite Enterprise D or E.
Oh, I
so
did it
yes
wrong.
or no.
I thought they're supposed to write. Hang on, everyone. I'm an idiot. Oh, you got to have a yes or no question, huh?
So say who's your favorite? Is your favorite Enterprise D? And I guess then it'll. If yes,
start it over.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't. Okay. Hang on, everybody. I've never done one of these polls before. What the hell? That's dumb. All right, here we go. So we'll just do it yes or no. You can't, man. It's a shame you can't just write something.
Yeah, that would be cool if you could do. Who's your favorite? Yeah.
Oh, let's see. I can do that. Yeah. Watch. Yes, I'm gonna do it that way. How about that? Oh, here we go. Now. All right, how about this? Look. Can you see it now?
Oh, it'll take a few seconds. There it goes. Yep. There you go.
How's that?
Yep. Perfect. I'm voting. Right.
Now I won't be able to see it unless I go over to YouTube, I guess, right? You can't see it over this side.
You got to go on the YouTubes. Yep.
There we go.
So far, E far, E is winning 75-25. Yep.
Sorry about that, everyone. But better late than never. And I wasn't looking at the chat while I was doing that, everybody, so I apologize. Making sure. Well, now I know how to do the poll thing thanks to our engineer. That's what he's here for.
Yep. There you
That's
go.
why I pay him the big bucks. Or the big compliments, anyway.
The big compliments. Yep.
Okay, what else we got here?
Well, this is one of my favorite ships, too, because, from the awesome, when they're fighting the Borg and Riker's in command. And this also has that saucer separation mode. So it's basically the same ship as the Diamond Select. And then it separates. But of course, I changed the batteries. This one wasn't working as well to do the sound effect. So maybe my batteries are kind of low. But yeah, safety tip. Always take the batteries out of these. There's watch batteries in the saucer section here that got left in and got kind of corroded. So I missed that when I stored it. So always remember to take the batteries out. Let's see. I want to get this. Come on.
That's from All Good
Talk
Things?
to me, Riker. Yep, All Good Things. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
With the 3 nacelles, and you got the extra armament on top and the massive photon torpedo tube on the bottom. So this
Do you think that
really
makes
cool
it look
ship.
even better than the other one? In a way, it kind of does.
I think it looks cool. Yeah, I like that third. Let me go lower there. That third nacelle. Just the ship always looked really too clunky to me with that front view like that. Never looked good to me. I always hated that angle, but from the top or this angle, didn't look as bad. Yep.
Interesting note on the AGT, All Good Things Galaxy class. I mean, later in DS9, they left those phaser strips on the engines for the regular Galaxy. USS Venture was the first to have the upgrade. Thank you, Wolfie.
I think Wolfie's talking about those pieces on top. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, so this is a cool ship. But I don't know why. Right. So the cool thing about it too is Riker's in command. So now I had it working before, and now it's not. Maybe these batteries are look like the batteries are kind of low. It's fading now, but Riker actually speaks on this ship, which is cool. So you've got the voice of Picard in the other one, and you've got all the Riker quotes coming out of this one. And it was working a couple hours ago when I did it. But
wow, we got a close race on that.
Wow.
E is in the lead, but only 52% against 48. So wow.
Well, the D grows on you too, right? Plus, you go through all those adventures with it, and got the TV series. So, but this is all right. Come on, turn off now.
What's that?
I'm trying to turn this ship off, but let the battery die.
Oh, okay. So I have that NX01 you have there. And what's this one here?
Now this is a really cool one. Now this is a transforming Enterprise. So this actually transforms back into the regular D. And
what in the hell?
Yep. So you've got all these pieces. I'm not going to do it, but because I don't want to break anything. But like this pops open for its famous last words. I'm going to break something. So like this, it opens up here, and you can store this section below. You can store pieces back in the hull, so you can actually transform it back to the regular Enterprise. So like this will disappear, these will disappear. So everything on this ship was set up. They called it like the transforming Enterprise. So this is a really cool ship. And I remember it was like Toys R Us or KB, and they had a bargain bin, and they had 20 of them for like $5 or something. I bought one.
You better be careful.
And now they're this one's pretty valuable, I think, because it was
better
rare,
be careful.
So, yep, don't break it.
Because Jill says nothing. Is
that the Mexican Iron Man version? Yep.
Mexican Iron Man version of it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, fans, you had it working. Riker's in charge. Now it doesn't work. Seems about right. So we got that guy there. Now, of course,
wow, we're at 50%. Boy, we're neck and neck now, folks.
Wow.
My goodness. 24 have voted. Wait a minute. 24 have voted. 25 votes, but we're, oh man, neck and neck. I mean, it's 12 against 12. So we're, oh my goodness. I didn't know it'd be that much of a hotly contested race, my friends. Wow. 50-50 so far. I like it.
So the
Yeah, that's the one
NX01,
I have. Of course, my that stand is crap. I mean, it's plastic
yeah,
and
these
very
stands
breakable.
break. These stands always break. It's just I have a bunch of them hanging up, but a
Yeah.
bunch of stands, they're just like they made them so thin at the top. It's like, to make them look better, but they did a really nice job with this ship too. So, and I like I like the lines on it. And Eric K was mentioning the refit. So
Yeah.
let me grab the model here. So I have the refit model, which I haven't built yet.
They did a model of the refit. This is for you, Eric K.
So let me put Mr. Wolf down.
But they never. This is from. Is this the Columbia? No, not the Columbia.
No, this is the
That's
refit.
the one that was going to be in season 5.
Doug Drexler said they had plans, and he designed the ship, so you can see those lines there, how brilliant he was. So you've got the you could add the primary hull there and build it up. So they're showing you and if you Google it online, the refit. Sorry about the glare there, but I think it's just really so cool. So I haven't, of course, obviously I haven't built this yet. It's still mint in the box. So, but
Yeah,
I think that brilliant design. It fits perfectly, and it really makes it going to that next generation. That makes sense too, because you refit things. You don't just throw them out. You repurpose them or rebuild them, and just a brilliant design, I thought.
wow. Int E is pulled back into the lead.
Wow. So
That's pretty
Captain
cool.
Archer and Porthos are flying off. So
That one's got some noise. Make some noise.
yep.
One
so
day
here's
I'll put my what I do have of my Enterprise bridge together. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Hungry Boy. We were promised discussion of shuttlecraft stuff. Who asked it? Was it Oliver? The other night, I believe, asked us about
yep
shuttlecraft.
Shuttlecraft. Yep.
You have any shuttlecraft toys? I have an ornament. I have that one. Believe it or not, I have that.
You had that. Yep. I never bought. I saw the shuttlecraft, the Enterprise D Playmate shuttlecraft in the store. 30 years ago. I'm like, I'm not going to buy it.
Oh, it was Jill.
Where's
Jill? Okay.
So of course, this is the best one, the Galileo 7, and such a great design too, because you got those engine nacelles, right?
Yeah, I love that.
That screams Star Trek. It's a simple design, but
I love that ship.
With those nacelles there, that it's Star Trek, right? It feels like Star Trek.
Yeah.
Just with that.
When I went to the set of Star Trek Continues, Starship Farragut, they had the interior. They didn't have anything. It's exterior, but they did have they had the interior of the shuttlecraft built in the front. They did a nice job on it.
Yep. Oh, and RN, yeah, those nacelles pop off all the time. I have one hanging in the basement, and the nacelle popped off, and I haven't been able to find it. I hope it's like behind a shelf somewhere or on the the NX stub. Yeah, just.
Mine popped off.
I think the way they ship them to make it cheaper to ship, they pop.
Exactly. Yes.
They pop off.
Annoying. I hate that.
And they don't stick on that well. Yep.
That's cool, Raymond. It was pretty nice. Yep. I see that little Reliant you have there.
Yep.
You got this Johnny Lightning Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, I pretty much have every Johnny Lightning, I think, somewhere. So, but here, I got the.
They don't even make Johnny Lightning anymore, do they?
I don't think they do. No. So this is coming up in the next after you finish DS9, you'll be living in this. I thought this was kind of a cool ship.
It's an okay
bit of the
ship.
Yeah, I mean, the F. And now there's a motor in this that actually the batteries are out of this, but it did used to work where you could actually push a button, and then the nacelles would pop up. I think the nacelles are way too small for the size of the ship. Just doesn't make sense. It doesn't follow Star Trek physics. I think the nacelle should have been longer.
Ray was wondering why they never made the Delta Flyer. So they did not make the Delta Flyer. I don't know.
I don't think they did. I could be wrong. I don't ever remember seeing a Delta Flyer. As I do have,
that was a nice ship, I guess.
I do have the Runabout downstairs in the
Oh,
basement.
that's I like a Runabout.
Yeah. So, but this is a tough playmate to get. So I was glad to be able to pick this one up.
Well, I'm gonna let it run a little bit longer. We've got pulling out ahead big now. The E, Enterprise E. I'm a little surprised because Enterprise E was just in a couple of movies.
Yeah.
But I do like it better as well. But hey, there's nothing wrong with it. D is fine. I love the Defiant.
Yep. So here's a tough little ship.
Little.
So this doesn't have the batteries in either, but you can actually change the nose angle on this one. And I don't think it has warp sound effects in this one, but yeah, it's a bunch of just the main button here. But I'd take the batteries out of these. So, but yeah, this is another cool, from Deep Space Nine, obviously. So cool ship, and of course the stand. The stand goes in there, but lost the stand, or I think I got this on eBay without the stand, so I just hang this. Got the fishing wire and just hang this guy. But yeah, this is a cool ship, and it really has some great storylines in DS9. So
it's not a model though; it's just a toy. It's a toy, right?
Yeah, it's a toy. Yeah, Playmate's toy. Yep. So, and whoever put the stickers on didn't do a great job, but it gets the job done in my basement. So
I know a guy that I forgot who he loves he really liked the Shatner books, that took place. I told you about this before. Those Shatner books where he's, when he's in the 24th century, when he's resurrected, he's teaming up with Picard and stuff. And they did one of the books, Star Trek Avenger. They had another Defiant. I guess that's the class of ship, right?
Yep.
And they took it and they painted it black and called it the Avenger. And he took one of those and painted it black.
Oh, cool.
Meant to fight the Borg.
So yep. So they all the ships light up and make noise. Now this guy changed the batteries on in the battery compartment.
Excelsior.
One of the tabs broke off, so I might have to take this ship apart to get it to work again. This is one of my favorite finds on eBay. So love the Excelsior. I think it's such a cool design. Of course, you get to see it in Next Gen, Captain Jellicoe's ship.
A lot.
So it's not the Excelsior, but it's that class. I thought that was just such a cool design, and it's really a bold take. And you've got the neck.
Why in God's name would you want that bucket of bolts?
And then, of course, unfortunately, in Star Trek V, they've got the Enterprise falling apart, which I hated too. So, But so this guy used to light up. We got to send him to Scotty for some work, but battery compartments here, and I changed the batteries, and she didn't make noise, Captain. So I was really disappointed. But this is a cool, and they also do have the Playmates line. They also had the I think they had two different versions of these. So they had the the Excelsior, and then I think they have the Enterprise B. I think maybe I'm trying to remember the Playmates line, but of course it's the same model, but just different different stickers. Yeah, it's a cool. I don't know what the chat thinks, but I was like the Excelsior did grow on me.
I see what you did there. Very good.
So let's see.
One day you got a
boy.
Oh, nice.
So this is a new Diamond Select. I think this is
new?
Still. Well,
wow,
relatively new. So I have the original Playmates one, which doesn't shine a candle to this one. This is just they knocked out of the park with this.
Wow.
I think if I hold this, it stays lit up. Let's see. Yep, there we go. So you can put that on your shelf, and you can't see it when I move it here, but see that. You hear that?
Yes. Hey, James Caserta, welcome.
And you got the cool. Let me hold it like this. So that's why it looks like a
Nice.
warbird with that paint job. So they did a great job here.
That is
And of course,
amazing.
they've got all the special effects.
I have a micro machines of that one.
Activate our cloak.
That micro machine you have there, I have that one of it.
Yep.
Divert all power to weapons.
Oh my goodness. Mark Leonard. That is
Find
greatness.
myself wishing for destruction
For
before we
destruction.
can return. Its commander is not one to repeat a mistake. Continue evasive maneuvers.
Another reality.
The Earth commander will follow. He must. And when he attacks, we will destroy him. Escape maneuver 1, quickly!
Nice. That's fantastic.
Evasive action. First, study the enemy. See weakness. If I were their commander, that is what I would do. It is good we approach the neutral zone.
Got the whole-
The
whole script on there.
Whole episode, yeah. Sorry.
Wow. Man.
Well, this, yeah, they really did a great. I kept pressing like, wait, it's
Wait a
going to
minute.
repeat eventually.
We can yet save your praetor's pride.
Do they have him saying? They have him saying you're reduced 2 steps in range. Return to your post.
This glorious mission.
Here it is.
Yep.
I regret that
Nope.
we meet in this way. You and I are of a kind in a different reality. I could have called you friend.
It's so great. Yeah.
We are creatures of duty, Captain. I have lived my life by it. Just one more duty.
Duty to perform.
Perform.
I love it. Balance of Terror. Balance of Terror is one of just
Activate our cloak.
the greats. Let me see.
And they, they did such a great job with this. I mean, how many quotes were on there? It's like,
Man, they got the whole script on
the
there.
whole script on there practically. Yeah.
I got Balance
So-
of Terror at my number 6 episode. That's how great it is. I love it.
Yeah. So that's just the all-time great. And of course, you got to have the Johnny Light. I think this is Johnny Lightning one. I'm not sure.
Is that's the one I have, I think.
Yeah, is it?
I love it.
Yeah, Johnny Lightning. Yeah.
Yes, sir, Bob. What about now? What
So I
about?
hope we're not boring the audience. And I've also got
Well,
you know,
sorry.
Johnny.
Actually,
Johnny-
I do have. Once we get done with this, I do have something to ask the audience.
Sure. So here's like Johnny Lightning. Of course, you got to have the invisible warbird, right?
Oh, man.
So it's clear.
Nice.
And then they have. I don't know why they did the same thing with the Well, the Klingons had the cloaking device too. So you've got a clear,
Yep.
red alert version of the Klingon ship.
And it could be from Enterprise incident when they were using Klingon ships.
Yeah. And I'll just show these on the desk here real quick. Some of these, this is battle damage reliant.
Ah, wow. My goodness. That's so cool. I had the battle damage Enterprise from that one. It's a friend gave me. It just comes apart though.
Yeah, so they did a really nice job of these. This is a battle damaged NX-01.
Oh wow. Nice. Dad man. Good to see you, Dad man, buddy.
Hey, Dad Man. And then this is, of course, battle damaged Enterprise. I don't know what
Wow.
that would be from.
Constitution class?
Yeah, so it's constant. I don't know. The Enterprise was never damaged that badly, at least.
I don't remember it ever getting beat up like that before.
Yeah.
Nah. That's weird.
Does it say what it's from? Let's see.
No, because I don't think it ever got.
Yeah, I
Beat
mean,
up
unless
like
you're
that
doing
before.
Doomsday Machine, right?
Yeah, if they were doing the the Constellation, It'd be
Yeah.
worse than that, though.
And then here's the red alert. This makes sense from Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, that's the one I have.
Yeah. They knew exactly where to hit us.
Who knew, and why?
Oh, Cal's
Yeah,
asking how
exactly,
much
Wolfie. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. What's that?
Yeah, I don't know. Someone Google's Johnny Lightning Red Alert line, Series 2 Red Alert. Series 2 Red Alert. Maybe they can find out what it's from. But I mean, it would make what they should have done was had the Doomsday Machine constellation.
Yeah, they
That
should
would
have made
make
the concept. There might have been just some dummies who didn't understand that it was
Yeah,
not the
they just-
Enterprise. It was all busted up.
Yeah, and they're doing all the other ones busted up. So, of course, you got the
That's
these
just why
made
they
out
did
of
it,
the
yeah.
package. Yeah, there's the
Yeah, that I got.
kind of Reliant. And of course, oops, sorry, I hit the mic. Apologize. Another. You can never have too many enterprises. I don't know
Yeah.
how many ships I
There you
have.
go. Greatness. So you could never have too many of the Constitution class, refit or original. JT, don't worry. He's got plenty of discoveries. No, he doesn't. That would be disgusting. I'm disgusting with myself for even kidding about that.
Yeah, don't get me in trouble. Oop, I didn't touch that one. Oh, and I think it was Kellogg was asking how much those Diamond Select were. I think they were around $50 to $60 when they first came out.
Wow.
So the Playmates used to be around $30 back in the day. So they were more money, but so these are cool because these were this is Hot Wheels. So this is all metal, and I got this for $4.99 at a surplus store.
Wow.
So
Dang. Is it all beat up? Or just...
no, this is just the box is kind of dirty, but I never bothered to take it out of the box.
Yeah.
And of course, you got the. We didn't dust. Raquel's not here.
Some damage from the ion storm. I don't know if it was that bad though. Maybe in the. Yeah, you never know. J25. I guess it could be from the. We said the remastered court martial showed it damaged from the ion storm. I wonder if it was that bad. Now that's a good. Of course, was
Good
this
catch? Yeah.
if this toy was made after that? Then yeah. I don't remember that, but I've watched Court Martial a million times, but I guess I can't remember that.
But now they have the remastered special effects now too. So.
Well, no, but even then I've watched it. I watched it that
I don't
way
remember,
as well, but
yeah.
I just don't remember. He could be absolutely right. Yeah.
Yep. So and of course we got. Of course, you got to have the Klingon ship from Next Gen.
I hear you there, Jill. Oh yeah, the Raptor. Is that Raptor class or whatever?
I don't remember what class this.
I can't remember
This
the
one is-
class. Ask Wolfie. Will
Yeah,
know.
well, no, this is after the D7. So,
I thought it was a Raptor. I don't know. Cool.
and of course these light up, and so we're lucky.
I'm
when
with
the
you,
series
Jill.
came out.
Vorchild. There you go. I knew he would know. The man.
And some of these buttons. There we go. We got that to fire.
Didn't they have this one? Did they use these in Enterprise?
I think they did. I think they did
The
use these in
episode
Enterprise.
Sleeping
Yeah.
Dogs?
Yeah, I think they did. Yep. I think they did. Yep.
Yeah.
And now let's see what. So this, speaking of battle damage, I'll put this back in here. So this is the battle damage D. So it's the same ship, but then there's a button. Let's see, the batteries are out here, but you push. Where's that button? There's a button you push, and then the board kit. So I can't even remember where the buttons are now. And the panels pop up, so it's like it's battle damage, but there's a hidden button on one of these. Of course, famous last words. I can't remember what the button is. All right, just pop. Oh, it pops it. Yeah, there it is. Yep, that's what the button. So it pops off.
Oh,
hit
there
the
you
button
go.
here.
Wow.
Oh, we got hit by the board.
Oh, my
and then it
God.
lights up.
People are getting their asses blown out into space.
Yep.
Holy crap. Oh, no.
So of course you got to have the battle damage version, right? Why not?
I like how the lights stay on that Romulan bird of prey.
Yeah, they did a nice job of doing it.
That is something.
Yeah, sometimes I just have that on the shelf in the family room, and I just leave that on. Of course, you got to have a board.
Oh
Borg
dear, the
cube.
Borg. We have engaged the Borg cube now.
Where's the cube button on this one?
Now
That's the trick of these toys, finding the buttons. Here we go.
you have to get one of those micro, one of those very tiny enterprises to be scaled for that Borg cube.
The battle damage Enterprise just fell over. That's okay. It survived. Yeah. The cube does not line up to the right. They saved plastic on that one. Yep. What is those damn buttons I lost them again?
You will be assimilated. You will be assimilated. We are the Borg. We are the Borg. I am Locutus.
And it lights up. So
I am Locutus of Borg. You will be exterminated.
all right, so I got
Resistance is futile.
a couple more to show. I'll be right back. I know. Hopefully, you guys aren't bored with it. But, yep.
Now let's see how we're doing in our panel, folks. I think we've got all the votes in that we're probably going to get, and it is right now 52% to 48%. Enterprise E over Enterprise D. I'm actually a little shocked by that. I'm maybe a little shocked. I don't know how shocked, but I've always kind of liked E better. But it's funny because I think why I'm shocked by it is because E has been very just it was only been in 4 movies, right? Whereas D was on the entire series and 1 movie. And I have nothing against it. But it was a close race there. Yep, sleek and sexy, I guess. A close little race there. But, oh boy. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, now it's 55 to 45%. 55% to 45%. Wow. You're muted, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm away from that. So, yep, so this is one of my favorite finds.
Oh, my God. I want that. That is so cool.
And some of the buttons, I think the batteries are out right now. If you push the buttons, it does sound effects. Of course, it comes with, the Enterprise D, and we're going to be watching that episode soon. Where they had the Deep Space Nine.
I actually think I have once we get done with this, everyone, I have a project for you all. It's not homework, but it's more of an interactive project.
And unfortunately, I lost these pop off the legs, and it fell off in my basement office. I'm gonna pop it off. Well, anyway, these pop off, so I'm missing the leg here, and I have a picture of it when I went to show it on YouTube.
Oh shit!
So it was like just a few months ago or whenever, and I'm like, where'd the other arm go? It's like, where is it?
Tarak Noor is missing a leg.
So I was really upset about that. I'm like, what's going on? So I got hopefully it's down.
The damn pylons are just messed up.
Pylons are. And then of course, this is a cool Playmates.
Oh wow!
Big bird of prey.
Nice.
No batteries, but so my wife, God bless her, she's like, "What's going on? What's happening?" I'm like, "Well, Clobberin times wanted to talk about ships, so so she's like, "What's coming up from the basement or from the?"
Oh my! We could have just showed pictures of ships, but if you wanted to show them, that's cool.
No,
it's your work. You made work for yourself because you got to go bring it all back.
Well, no, I got to dust them and change the batteries in some of these, and it's a good spring cleaning. So All right, and I do have one last one. Let me grab it. I found it.
Go for it. Yeah. Everyone, for the record, I did not ask him to do this work because I would not ask such things of him. So he he did his idea, but it's cool to see him. Well, I love some spaceships, and Trek has some great ones. Real Trek has some great ones. I mean, there are a lot of other great spaceships and other things as well, of course. But yes.
So this is a mini mates
Oh my God.
Enterprise.
What in the hell?
So you open this up,
Oh Lord.
and look who's in there.
Oh my God. This ship
There's
is
Captain
too small.
Kirk.
Captain's log. Something has got rid of the crew. It made me grow so big I can barely fit on the bridge. And the ship's all misshapen now too. What the
That's the mini mates one, yeah.
many baits.
So and then here, come on. The other thing it has, you remember the cage had the spikes and then the cells. So you
Right.
can actually put the spike in the nacelle if you want to have
Yeah,
the
the
cage
spikes.
version. Cage
Cool.
version. Except I lost one of the other ones. I'm gonna have to
Of
3D
course.
print it, or
That happens.
I don't know. And then there's also a storage unit. I don't know why, but this is storage unit. I guess you could put a shuttlecraft, but they never came with a shuttlecraft. So,
Storage compartments.
or shuttlecraft compartment, yeah.
Yeah.
But I always loved this. I thought this was a cute one.
Yeah.
And then of course you have the Doomsday Machine that I made.
You didn't show us any Constitution class ships, I noticed.
Well, I will, but they're all hanging from the ceiling.
No. That's right. I know, we're just teasing.
Yeah.
I got mine right here, but I'm not going to show it. I got two of them.
So if anyone wants a Doomsday
for
Machine,
barricade. There you go, folks. There's your Doomsday Machine. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, no.
It's a giant ice cream cone.
so this Enterprise is actually from the. It's actually a Hallmark ornament. There was a set of 3, but it's about the right size to go with the Doomsday Machine.
Yeah, because the thing it's hanging from is from Enterprise.
Yep, good catch. Yeah, it's hanging from the Enterprise NX-01 holder. Yep. So,
Nice.
and then, and of course the here's a Constitution class. Let's see here. Let's see if it lights up.
It's a little bit big for it.
Yeah, this one's a little bit big, but this is another Hallmark ornament. And then it's supposed to give you the song there. Let's see. Nothing ever works when you try to do a demo, but that's good. That's all good.
Very
and then,
nice.
Of course, we have this Hallmark ornament. You guys have seen this before, which is the Mirror Universe. This was a New York Comic Con exclusive.
Oh, cool. Yeah. The
So of course, you got ISS.
Enterprise. Channel Surf. Hello there. Good to see you. Welcome.
Of course, it plays the whole quote. We won't do the whole quote because it takes too long.
Get in
But
trouble.
I don't think we would. But
I'm kidding.
I hope not.
In every revolution, there's one man with a vision. You can protect yourself better than anyone in the fleet. Be the captain of this enterprise, Mrs. Spock. Find a logical reason for sparing the Hulk and to make it stick. Hey, Captain, my head is too big on me. Why is my head too big? I'm a pop Funko. Has he not be merciful, Captain? Ow.
Shall consider it.
Captain Kirk, I shall consider it. You're making me want to watch Mira Mira.
Yeah, your favorite episode. Yep. So so thanks for indulging me. Real quick, I just got to show you that.
That's great.
You guys know
Go
I
for
have Enterprises on the ceiling. So we got.
What are you doing?
You can
What
see
you
the.
Excuse me.
There we go.
Ah,
The
okay, there you
original. And
go. Thanks,
movie.
thanks, Hungry Boy. I thought it was terrible. Yeah, that's one I got.
Yeah.
Nice. Greatness.
If I can get to the.
Yeah, D-Bud wants to watch Balance of Terror. I want to watch me some. Oh, that's Playmobil.
Yep, that's a Playmobil.
I want
Yep.
to watch Mirror Mirror again.
So you can never have too many enterprises.
Gone with the Gorn. There you go. Some great stuff, dude. Appreciate it, man.
Yep.
Well, it was fun seeing all that stuff.
Thank you. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
I'll get the camera right on.
And then you made a lot of work for yourself, having to pull out shake back and stuff.
Yeah, that's okay, but
Appreciate you.
hope you guys like that. Yeah,
I think
indulge
you
in
did.
it.
Okay,
Yep.
let's take a look at our poll and see how that turned out. We're going to end it. Well, look, 30 votes. And this doesn't tell you who voted for what, but it tells you that it won. Enterprise E won 53% to 47%, which was really close.
Wow, that's close. Yeah, closer than I
That's
thought it would
close. I actually thought D would win, but there you go. How about that, folks? That's pretty dang cool. I
be.
like
Thank
it.
you, RN. Glad you liked it. Yep.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's think of another poll to give everybody. Now that I'm poll crazy, now I know how to do this thing.
I got to do a screenshot of this so we have this. Yep.
What?
Do a screenshot of the poll. Yep.
Oh, I feel late. I already got. Well, I got rid of it. But
No, I got it. No, I got it on the chat. Yep. There
Okay.
we go. Cool. Yep.
Let's see here. I'll think of another question later. I'll think
Well,
of another
how
poll
about
question eventually.
well, I mean, if we're on the ship subject,
31
you could
votes.
say, the
It turned out to
original
be
versus the refit.
54-45, by the way. It was 54-45, but then one other vote snuck in there.
How about
say
original
again?
versus refit?
There you go. That's a good one. Now you're
Right?
talking.
That's a
Okay.
tough choice, right?
Okay, we're going with Constitution class here, folks. Fave. Let's see here. Oop, I should spell it right though. Constitution. Okay, here. Class.
I'm not
Original.
even sure how I would vote. I mean,
I know how I vote. Original or refit. Wait, I did it wrong. Hang on a second. Okay, hang on, everybody. New poll here. Original.
well, for you, dang it, Mark, that's not fair. Yeah.
Okay. All right, here. Okie dokie. Let her rip.
Oh,
All right, take a second to come there.
Captain Skywalker is saying, put up pictures of the ridge. We could show like two photos together. Let's see. 1701 versus original.
This is going to be an interesting contest right here. What you put? What did you? Oh,
I'm trying to find a photo here just to show us. Well, here,
everybody
that's
knows
not-
what they look
that's
like,
not
though.
I know, but that's not bad to have refresh everyone's mind. But
Okay.
I don't know if we want to influence the poll, but you got to say too that once we had TMP,
This
then
is
you
gonna
got
be
to see the
controversial.
Enterprise. You get to see the Enterprise in on a big screen with incredible special effects, and I think the
I'll tell
special
you.
effects in the original series were pretty well done. But
Right. Well,
For the
we'll
time.
see. We will see. Okay. I don't know. There was a couple of different things I wanted to talk about with regards to picking the brain of our wonderful audience a little bit.
sounds good.
Okay. I think most of us here, and look, if you don't agree with us, I mean, that's cool. I mean, I know I'm opinionated son of a bitch, but a lot of it's just kidding around. If you don't agree, I might not like it. But if you like the filth, I'm sorry. I'm always going to call it the filth. It's not an insult to you, but I hate it. And that doesn't mean I'm mean to people that don't like it. I mean, I kid around with it, but I know people that actually do know individuals. So but all I'm saying is, assuming that in 2005, we were allowed to get more Enterprise and let it run its course. And then a year or two later, we were going to get a new Star Trek show by basically most of the same people. I mean, I don't know if Berman would have stayed with it, but in other words, it was going to be in the real Trek universe, not a friggin' movie by Jar Jar Abrams, a new show with a new cast set, let's say 20 or 30 years beyond the last series, basically. Trevor Cunningham, good to see you.
Hey,
the
Trevor.
last series. 20 or 30 years past Nemesis, for example. Okay?
Yep.
What would you have wanted them to do? And you don't have to write an Ashbeck or anything. Good night, Sandra. Thanks for being here.
Okay, Sandra.
I'm going to talk a little bit about what you would like to have seen if Star Trek was allowed to continue being real Star Trek. No blood. And by the way, as much as I loved Enterprise, I think it was a mistake to do a prequel. So no more bloody prequels. Star Trek should be about going forward. Let's make a little time jump. It doesn't have to be 100 years like with Next Generation to Enterprise, to the original series. But let's make a 20 or 30. If you want to make a 10, 20-year time jump, or you want to stay in that out, well, you could stay not too far from right after Nemesis. What would you do? Would you? I'm exclude. Here's my only rule is no prequel. Forward by a year or 20 years or 100 years. What would you? My first question is that. How far would you put it? And my second question is, I'm not asking about necessarily plot yet. We're going to get the premise in a second. But I'm basically, go from there. How far, and then go with premise. In other words, another starship called Enterprise out there exploring. Would you rather them make another show where you have a gimmick like Voyager? They're out traveling and watching, in the Gamma Quadrant or something like that, or would you do it with another space station, Deep Space Nine? What would be your premise of your show if we got real Trek back? Let's see here what some of our friends are saying. Pop Culture Republic says, I would move Star Trek forward about 5 to 10 years. I got you. Phantom Outsider says, let's see here. Either a series that focuses on Cardassia picking up the pieces and have the Enterprise E exploring the beta. Okay. Enterprise E.
That's interesting, yep.
Yeah. Let's see here. Well, yeah, all right, Felicia, I know they've done it in books and stuff, but I'm talking about if we actually got to do a real show. Another Enterprise Deep Space Voyager crossover. Okay.
Someone mentioned the Peter David books.
The Excalibur books.
Yep. Captain Skywalker. Yep. So I love Peter David's work. Yep.
Would have picked up right where Voyager left off, and using characters from all three shows, says Eric Carroll. That's not a bad idea. That's something I've always thought maybe might be interesting to do something like that. Yeah, I mean, fanfic's done that kind of stuff. Yeah, but I'm talking about, if it got made as a TV show. Beyond the Galactic Boundaries, says Max Redstone. Let's see here. Hungry Boy says, set 15 years. TOS characters still involved. Premise, Gorn have entered the war with Tholians. So you say 15 years?
That's pretty interesting, yeah.
Okay. Hungry Boy says about 15 years. Phantom Outsider moved 5 years past last Trek movie. And and have a new Enterprise designed by Scotty, using all of his expertise, using all the tech from STOS, them traveling, exploring deep space. Trevor says 5 years sounds good. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, I don't think you need to jump 100 this time. It's Enterprise with a crew should ship closer, looking to TMP. Yeah, that's one thing I'll go along with everyone around. It was fine to have the near 100 the century jump from TOS to TNG, but I think we could stay around that timeline for a while. I wouldn't need
There's
another
a lot of stories you could tell, right? Yeah. So.
Yeah, I kind of like them established where they are right after the Dominion War and stuff.
I got a question that might make you slightly angry. But what if you could have had a real Trek with brilliant actors doing Kirk, Spock, and McCoy? Would you ever watch a series like that?
Nope.
You'd never watch it.
Dead on Arrival.
Even if it was,
nope.
as close to the original as you could get.
Nope.
People that love Robert Meyer Burnett was running it.
Nope.
You were writing the stories.
I'm out.
You're out. Okay.
Recasting Star Trek. That's the argument I made in 2008, 2009. It made me sick. Recasting it makes me sick. No one should ever play those characters. Plus, the fact is, even though I have my issues with the Next Gen and all those other ones, I still like them enough to where I think Star Trek should be about going forward. Redredging up those old characters again with somebody else playing them just doesn't appeal to me. Go forward. I'm fine with moving, staying in the 24th and loving what we had before and never having to watch anyone else play them. I mean, like I say, doesn't matter how good they are. They're not Shatner, Nimoy, and Kelly, so I can't do it.
Yeah, well, that's why I was just
no,
even the all the stars align. But that's why I was so sad. I think we didn't get more stories with the crew because they were young enough. And
if I had my way, if you could say I could manipulate the past, I would say Star Trek Phase 2 gets made. Somebody talks Nimoy into doing that, and we get another 4 or 5 year TV show.
Wow.
In the late 70s, instead of movies, to hell with movies. And then maybe instead of doing anything, and yes, I love TMP, I love Wrath of Khan, I love Trek 3, love 4, but you know what? Instead of that, I would have loved like another 5, 6, 7 years of that crew doing a TV show, 20-something episodes a year, and then after that's done, maybe jump to the Next Generation a few years later.
But the movies would have been a great cap off for that.
I wouldn't need movies.
TV series I wouldn't get.
Star Trek
no, but it's like at the very end.
Screen.
If you'd given me like say we'll do the TV series and then we're going to do like a TMP send off or it's our last thing.
Greed.
Yeah,
Hollywood greed ruined Star Trek because it never needed to be on a movie screen. It never. And even though I could like one of the movies, be on TV. Actually, that's what your boy. Believe it or not, that's what your boy sort of was saying. And what's his face? Pine.
Yeah.
Let it be smaller. It's fine with it being smaller. Star Trek should have never touched a movie screen ever. Should have been bring it back after that mistake of canceling it for the first time, and do another 5-6 years with that original crew, and then maybe let it rest a couple of years, and then do the Next Generation 100 years later, like they were doing 80 years later, whatever it is, and that would have been good luck. Look how much more Trek we would have gotten.
Yeah, it's a James
with the original crew.
Movie era TV series. Yeah, that's.
But no movies.
Yeah, not a movie, but like a movie era. Yeah. So that
I'm
makes
just saying,
sense.
if I had that's the way I would want it.
No, that's what I would have always preferred that. Yeah, or like I said, I didn't mind the first movie or the second, but then go back to TV, right? Because Hollywood wants to make their money, and they're in it to make money, right? So,
TV.
But it's no. I started off the show by saying I think Star Trek belongs on TV, but I would have loved that. Yeah, I would have loved that phase 2 to be
right.
Because a lot of those stories were good stories too. Yeah,
phase 2 could have been, and just if they could have talked Nimoy into doing it, probably.
Yeah.
What else do you have going on?
Well, he came back to it. He wrote, "I'm not Spock, then I am Spock." So I think he had peace with himself playing the character later. Despite getting typecast. So.
Pop Culture says my premise would be the new Enterprise that was exploring deep to the center of the galaxy in search of the super races like Q and was it Kytherians?
Kytherians.
Scytherians. I'm too influenced by the ancient races. B5, however, you're a B5 fan. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a good show, but let's see. I don't know about concept, but you could do something with a few characters. Naomi Wildman, Icheb, Tom and Balana's daughter. I think you could use some of the, like I say, if you stay closer to the time period they were at, you could still use some of the other. You can make a bunch of new characters and bring along. Like for example, the whole Captain Worf idea was a pretty good idea for a show. Worf could have been the next captain of the Enterprise, maybe.
Yeah, they still keep talking about it. I don't think it'll ever.
No, it'll never happen.
ever happen. But
I mean, it's
that
hard to
would've
believe
been
him. I guess needs to be old Worf though, because he's still too young and impetuous of a Klingon. But by the time toward the end of Deep Space Nine, he started learning more and more about being a good captain. But how many times that if he had his way, he got the damn ship killed because of his impulsiveness?
Well, there's a YouTube video someone did every time Worf was wrong or ignored. So, of course, the episode from a few weeks back where they keep repeating himself. Worf is like, "Why don't we just go the wrong way?" When they ran into Kelsey Grammer's ship and they had that crazy going back, repeating the Groundhog Day episode. I'm forgetting the name of it, but Worf is like, "Why don't we go the other direction?"
Let me catch up. Yep. No, I hear you. Oh, I should have. What am I doing? I could have just started this. I forgot. I forget to start.
You can start. Yep.
Anyway, what you left behind documentary said perfectly. 10 years later, Captain Nog, Defiant, Captain Dax own ship, has her own ship. Redemption issues with them. Yeah, I mean that some of that stuff. But again, I think I would personally prefer Wolfie a ship exploring space called the Enterprise, having anthology types of stories in terms of, I don't think I would have wanted them to go soap opera like Deep Space Nine person. I like Deep Space Nine a lot. I think I would rather a ship exploring space having adventures every week. That's what I think Star Trek at its core should be.
Yeah. And not an anthology series, which I really prefer that. Maybe a few story arcs here and there, 2, 3, 4 episodes, but really, I'm just not a fan of the. As much as Deep Space Nine is great, but after a while, like just not to, I'd like to miss an episode every now and then. Not that I ever would, but I was saying that the other night too. Like Deep Space Nine, I'd missed a few. Your VHS tape didn't work, and you get behind, then you miss out on the whole. Back in the day, of course, it was a lot tougher to watch your episodes if you missed a few. And I'm just like, oh, I got to keep track of. I just want that. I love that putting yourself down in front of the TV. Your imagination goes off, and you relax for an hour, and you're thrown into another galaxy or dimension or new story, and you don't have to worry about all that canon from weeks before and what character's doing what. So there's something just so retro, I guess, now if you have a show like that. So that's what I really miss.
Yep. Trying to tag these there because we got so many.
Yep.
Let me get some of these here.
Ones, and that's what the new junk was supposed to be. As you tag them, I'll just say the new junk was supposed to be an anthology series, and allegedly that's where they're trying to go with the Pike version. But I mean, we're talking about on my show the other night or your show, I can't remember. But you watch a show like Emergency or A-Team or Magnum PI. Obviously the characters and the leads, but you didn't have to know what happened 2 weeks ago to enjoy the show. So and that was so great about Star Trek too. Like every week you just had a new alien race or a new galaxy or something new to explore. I mean, seeing that Gorn for the first time, oh man, it's so awesome. But do I want to have like 6 episodes of the Gorn in a row, like a whole storyline? No, I want to go somewhere different. So,
well, let's see here. I got I think I got a bunch of them tagged now. We can go through these here, see what we got. Okay. Kal-El says, and I hope I didn't miss any. If I missed some of them, folks, because I have one thing. I had the damn monitor like too far back from my stupid eyesight. I would set the new series in the early 25th century so they could team up with Buck Rogers. Just kidding, Cal.
Minute.
And have bitty Star Trek return to what it always did best: explore the galaxy while simultaneously the human condition. Yes, sir.
Well put.
That's what I want. That's what I want. I think it's pretty simple. They should get too complicated with Star Trek sometimes, really. When I said 15 years, I meant 15 years after the final episode of the original series, staying roughly in that time period. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Hungry Boy. But like I said, I think I want to stay away from Kirk's time since they've done so much there, and I now, for better or worse, Trek has moved beyond Picard's time. For me, I kind of like to just not go back to anything before. The 23rd century has been left behind. But it doesn't mean it wouldn't be any good though. I really like the proposed season 8 of DS9 from that documentary. I wanted to know more after hearing the proposed story, says Kal-El. Yes, it would have been interesting. Now, though, because some of the things those guys said in that documentary, I went to the theater to see that, what we left behind documentary at a Fathom event.
You saw it in the theater? Oh, cool.
Yeah, at a Fathom event there, and I went and a bunch of my friends were there, and it was pretty interesting. But some of those people, I mean, if they had a chance to do it now, it would be bad because it would be super wokey. Because they are. Some of those DS9 people talked about things that they regret they didn't do enough back then. It's like, no, shut up, man. Ugh. Wolfie says,
I think Catman's heading out, so he says everyone
Catman,
have a great night. Yep.
Have a great night, buddy.
And let me just answer what Hungry Boy's saying. Ted Cassie made the Gorn for me, along with the script. Got to disagree. I love the Gorn episode. What I was trying to say is I love the diversity in Star Trek. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to see a whole episode of Gorn, a whole season of Gorn. That's what I'm trying to say is, don't go back to that same well all the time. Maybe go back to it, one or two more times, but don't keep rehashing the same, the same old thing like they're doing with time travel and that kind of thing. But yeah, the Gorn, I'm looking at a huge poster, Battle of the Brawn. Fight to the death, Kirk versus the Gorn right on my wall there. So, and the funny thing is Raquel has the same poster up in her house. Yeah.
Nice. Wolfie says Enterprise B or C show uneasy peace with Klingons, Keter Records, Romulans. And yeah, for me personally, I want to see a ship exploring space. Every time they get into war stuff, I'm like, Star Trek really, even DS9, which I thought they handled it well. Babylon 5 was a war show. A Star Trek really doesn't need to be that. It could have an episodes about war, like great stuff like Taste of Armageddon or whatever. But as far as being with the Federation involved in a war, as well done as a lot of the Dominion War was, it wouldn't have been my choice to do that. Again, that's contradictory. Multiple things can be true at the same time. I think that I enjoyed it, thought it was a good job. At the same time, I can see where Roddenberry wouldn't have liked that. And even though it was good, I think personally, at least, I don't think Star Trek needs to, the next Federation needs to be at war. Personally, I mean, just do shows about other planets. You could talk about war with an episode that has to do with another planet at war, the way they did in original Trek and even in TNG. So that's just me, though. That's just me.
Yep.
Malmesbury. Adam says, I got to say, I really like Star Trek Continues. Yeah, it's good. I don't mind the recast that they were adding to the show. I agree with that. I don't mind that. That's a fan film, though. And I still, when I watch that, I'm like, I really admire the sets, the work they put into it, and that these people put nothing but pure love, and the stories are very Star Trek. It's just that when I watch these guys, I'm not seeing the characters because they're not the quality of actors of those characters, and they won't be. So it's kind of the same deal. I can watch it and enjoy it, but it'll never be 100% Trek to me. It'll be very
but where they're coming from, a place of love, and they're just fans trying to
look. And that's what I totally.
That's what you're trying to say. Yeah.
I love.
We got a super chat from Eric K too.
Okay. Oh, let's see. Anybody new pop in because I can't look at the screen right now. Hang on. Oh, Eric K, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it, bro. Mark Debussy is a married man, does not need to watch too much Gorn. Oh, good Lord.
I never watched Gorn.
Oh, you.
That was a good one. Thanks, Eric.
Oh my! Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that, buddy. Let's see. J25 says Walter Koenig before premiere of Disco. Star Trek is a show about looking to the future, and to keep going to the past is really kind of pathetic. But yes, I look in 2008 and 9 when all this argument started out. I said one of my biggest problems. I was telling everyone Star Trek is about going forward. A remake is antithetical to what Star Trek is all about. And I said, yes, a prequel isn't a very good idea either. As much as I liked Enterprise, a prequel was the wrong idea, and a remake's the worst idea. That was just remake. Stop freaking remaking.
Yeah, for years, the one thing rumor kept hearing was, they're going to do maybe the Starfleet Academy, like, Kirk and Spock, at the Academy or just adventures there. Yeah, that never happened, obviously.
No.
But, I think they tried to put that into the movie. I would have liked to see like Kirk's first, not command, but first ship, his first few tours of duty.
Hard Bennett wanted to do that.
Yeah. And the books, but you got the books to read. So I've read so many Star Trek books and
Shatner wrote one of those. They wrote a Kirk Academy book.
Couple of them, right? Yeah.
So I don't know if Shatner wrote that one, but someone wrote it.
And you get to enjoy it that way, So
yeah. Wolfie says, "Hell yeah, that blew my freaking mind when I saw it." I'm not sure what you. Oh, Redeem Cisco. No way the Dominion was just going to stay quiet. And also, did the Dominion ruin in the Gamma Quadrant? Lots of exploring. Okay. I don't know, man. All I know, but I really did hate the way Cisco ended up. That was pissed me off. I thought I liked that last episode of Deep Space Nine was great until they did that to him. Brainy
no
Chat on
spoilers.
Fire, indeed.
Just kidding.
Oh, no. That's true.
Joking. Yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone hasn't watched Deep Space Nine, I'm assuming everyone's watched Deep Space Nine in our crowd. Yep.
I'm sure they have. ED, Enigmatic Drop Bear says, I go for the 21st century. Contemporaneous, shallow, insipid stories that feature a core cast of narcissistic self-inserts that indulge in never-ending cycles of introspection and outward criticism. So you're ready for? Well, then you got that. It's called STD, and I knew that's what you were shooting for.
Yeah.
You got 4 seasons of that trash.
That's a brilliant write-up of that show. Oh my God, that's spot on.
ED, I should keep that. That is perfect. Explanation of STD and P hard.
God,
I was thinking they should have both types of shows, DS9 and an exploring show. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I mean, there's a lot more you can do with Deep Space Nine, I guess, right?
Well, they added the wormhole, right? So first I'm like, what is going to be a space, just the travel, the space station, what's going to happen there? And then, of course, we added the wormhole and the runabout and then the Defiant, and it was so cool hip.
I'm just a fan of the episodic myself.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
But she's got a lot of things rolling in, yep.
Let's see, I got some from Jill. Let's see if we got any other ones up here.
And that's the other thing that, as you tag those, P Hard. The crazy thing was the guys writing. They had comic books or quote unquote canon, and it was 4 books. What was like the name of that series? It was Star Trek. It came out before the 09 series, and they had Data as the captain of the ship. So B4 was able to integrate Data's memories and actually became basically Data.
Comic?
Yeah, the comic book. Yep. What was that? There were 4 of them together. They did the.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the thing. It was IDW trash.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the comic, and they said these are canon, and Data's going to be a captain of this ship, and so I was like, cool.
Oops.
So we're gonna get Data, right? And then of course P Hard kills him off. You got his memory in a computer, and you can build one body, but you can't build another one. Like I think Jill was referring to that. So, but well, the comics are better than the movie. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm forgetting the name, but I know what you're talking about. I saw the trash, but
yeah, it was there were 4 of them that fit together, or the cover. What the heck was it? Someone in the chat will help us out.
Let's see here. Jill, if you want, you can come sit with us for a while. We're not going to be too much longer here, but if you want to come say hi as a member of the crew.
Yeah.
And if you're busy, don't worry about it.
Star Trek Countdown.
But I'll read what you wrote. I'm just saying, hey, you're not on any other obligation, because just a chill night, as the kids say. But if you feel like it, I'm going to send you a link, and if you want to pop in, Jill, and say hello for a second. LT is busy out there. He was going to, he would have been with us. He will be with us Monday night, though. Anyway, she's got a link if she wants one. Yep. Let's see here. Let's see what more stuff we have. We'll start with our wonderful communications officer, Anti-Derivative Jill. She says, she's got me ushered. It was kind of good to have an Ash pick tonight. I'm glad we
There we go. That's perfect.
Jill says, I haven't read any of the novels that take place after Nemesis, so I have no easy frame of reference there. I've been so deprived that at this point, I'm fine with just an exploratory vessel. Yes, I'm with you there. That's all I really want from Star Trek.
Yep.
Maybe this one does more uncharted missions. I'd love a series with an android captain taking true inspiration from Data. Oh, there you go. That's what you're referring to there.
Yep.
I forget the name of that comic, but it's trash anyway.
Star Trek Countdown.
Countdown, that's right.
Countdown,
Total filthy crap. Someone has finally figured out Soom's secrets, but they've built them properly, nothing like how they did on The Filth. Like in The Offspring, they allow the androids to choose choose their form, and the one decides he wants to look like an Andorian. Interesting. An Andorian android. Yep. I'd want a Ferengi on the bridge crew showing that someone of Ferenginar was inspired by Captain Nog and decided to take an alternative path from having a business. Good. And finally, she says, I'd say more, but you said no Ash picks. No, you can come on here and say some more if you want.
Yeah, come on now. Say hi if you can, Jill. Yep.
Set it 20 years in the future so that a cast from previous shows will have aged comparably. I think. So yes, I'm with you there, big time. ED says, the great enigmatic drop bear says, on second thoughts, your idea is much better than mine, though I bet mine has a better chance of getting funded. So let's go with my bitch. Take the money and make your own show. Oh, Kal-El says, drop bear, except if they did. Okay, I read it backwards. I should have read this one for. If they did make my show, they lied to me and promised to stay true to the spirit of Star Trek, and then by the second season, it'll be just as cynical as The Filth. Indeed, it would, sir. Star Trek used to be about diversity of thought, presenting both sides of an issue. Now, it's mostly one-sided, and they berate you if you disagree with them. Boy, howdy.
Yep, that's for sure.
And J.T. Kirk says, you can't do season 8 now. The actors that played Nog and Odo, and of course Lwaxana, have all passed. Well, yeah, you can't do that, but you can just move it about. I say about 10 years later. And for me, I wanted it to be about, I think, a good 5 to 10 years maybe is the way I would do it. Now, you can have the shows deal with some of the after effects of the Dominion War, but let's not have any war crap, and let's just have a new Enterprise. I don't know, maybe
exploring.
Maybe E is still in functional. You could still have E and just upgrade it a little bit, or F and a whole new one, and maybe it's time. Maybe it is. Again, I hate gimmicky stuff where it just can't be. There's still plenty of the Alpha Quadrant to explore, isn't there? But if you want to put them out in the Gamma Quadrant, I guess the Beta Quadrant. I don't know.
Well, that was the premise of Voyager, which was so cool too. You had that ship on its own, except they only had that one episode where the ship was falling apart, and they never really seemed to be suffering too much on the ship. So
yeah, and people often make that criticism. To me, it's still gimmicky. You're making them, you know, they're not just out there exploring space like everybody else. They have to be stuck in a quadrant by themselves, and I mean, I guess that's interesting. Um, for some other shows, I think that works better. Not for if you did F, you'd have. Let's see. If you did F, we need Wesley as captain. Skip F and go to G. Yeah, you could skip it. I mean, you know, Wesley's gone. He's not going to be the captain of anything.
But they did cut him out of Nemesis, thankfully, right? He was at the wedding. He married Robin Leffler, according to quote unquote writers.
Who?
But
He was in that. He was in the movie.
but they knocked out one of his scenes in Nemesis. Yeah.
I thought he was on the scene though. Didn't they show?
No, that was a special feature. Yeah, I think they.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they knocked him. Yep.
Cut him out, did they?
Cut him out. Yep.
All right. Well, that makes sense. There you go. So let's see. Don't get me started on Worf after reunion. You get a lot of really questionable writing. That's a woman's hand from the poker game. Much better writing in DS9. That's for sure. JT. J2 5, absolutely. Hello
Hi,
there,
MJ.
MJ Media. What's up there? Hey guys, I cast my vote personally. Prefer the refit. I do too, but we might lose that one. Let me see where we are now.
Yeah, where we're at. Yep.
I love the original. I mean, but I'm just in love with the. Okay, we're right now the original. And by the way, either one winning's fine with me because I love them both.
Yeah.
It's 52% to 48%. We have 21 votes. We're gonna leave it up a little longer. Hey, Michael Bingham's calling in tonight. Have a great night, Michael. Thank you for being here, sir. Hope we see you next week, man. Well, next week we'll be back with the reviews. Good to see you, Michael Bingham. Thank you so much. Jill says, I saw the DS9 doc at the theater too. Oh, cool. I had some Supreme nachos. Ron Moore still remembers so much that he'd still be great in the writer's room for a Trek show. I don't know, man. I don't know. Probably better than Raquel sure doesn't think so.
Well, she doesn't like the way he calls out Gene Roddenberry, which is understandable.
Yeah, she has some problems with Moore. I mean, but she does love New Galactica, so he's just more into drama. He's more into phony drama sometimes to me. But, you know, he'd be better than any of these. Oh, don't get me wrong. He's better than these idiots that they have now. I mean, but that's not saying a whole lot, is it? Wait, didn't Wussy become like the Yes, the Traveler exploring the galaxy in a higher plane of existence, or did the Traveler abandon him because he was too freaking annoying? I would say the latter.
Yep.
A badass Horta. You know, James Caserta, they in one of the DC Trek comics, there was a Horta as a member of Starfleet.
Yeah.
So. MJ Media says, despite my dislike for STD, I do like the design of the Discovery. It was initially meant to be the refit design for TMP. Ralph McQuarrie designed this concept. Yeah, I mean, you can't blame the ship, even though I'd like to call it the pizza cutter. If it were on a good show and it didn't do all that flip around crap and whatever, I mean, I would be, it's all right. I mean, it's not my favorite either, but you got to love Ralph McQuarrie. So, yeah, you never blame the ships.
And his actual concept art was much better than what they ended up putting on screen, too, if you look at that original concept art. So, great point, MJ.
Yes.
And I always thought that should have been a future ship, too. Like, you know, when the Discovery finally went into the future and that they'd refit it and turned it into that. But all this garbage about how you had this secret ship that had this spore drive that could go anywhere at any second, and no one knew about it, and you know, no one had seen the ship, and you know, they made it way too futuristic. But I think as a future design, it's pretty cool. There's something to it. Yeah, I mean, of course, the refit is, you know, all time great ship. So I'm glad they didn't go that route. But as an alternative ship or another ship, it's pretty well done.
Claude says Wussy Crasher said some crap about the Shat that turned out to be lies. Yes, Shatter says the garbage Wuss boy is crying about didn't happen. Not only that, he said, even though I don't even remember it, I've apologized a couple of times, and now he's just bringing it back out there. I mean,
Well,
MJ
what would he
says-
have apologized for though if it wasn't true? He apologized for
I don't
being
know.
mean to him or something.
He
I
said
don't
he
know.
was mean to him and rude to him. He just said he had no memory of it, and yet he apologized when it came back when he first came out
When he heard
anyway.
about it years later, he said, "Yeah."
Or when he heard about it, he said, "I have no memory of it, but I'm sorry if I did anything." I mean,
Okay, yeah.
he was pretty nice about it, and then little jerk offs now bringing it back
Because
out
allegedly he said that he wrote a letter to him the next day. So yeah, show us the letter.
is that
I'm sure
what
you
it
want to
is?
throw it. I'm sure you want to throw out a letter from Captain Kirk, right? I mean, I know I want it. Yeah.
The McCoy refront design is actually my inspiration for my version of starships in my version of Star Trek Moon Run. MJ Media says, "Cool."
Yep.
Now McCoy's great now. The Horde was in the novels by Diane Duane. Trying to remember, had a universal translator on its back. Diane Duane she did write some novels, but
She
I
wrote
don't
some
know.
good stuff. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if she was in there or not. If the Horde was in that or not, though.
Yeah, but she's a great Star Trek author. I was just looking through some of my paperbacks today, looking for ships. I have a whole stack of Star Trek paperbacks.
Yeah.
And those were so fun to read. So it was great. Yeah.
Trevor, I respectfully disagree. I hate the Enterprise and the Jar Jar Abrams reboot filth. It makes me sick, especially, of course, the insides are really horrible, but I hate it. I mean, it's just typical overwrought trash. It's nothing. I mean, whereas this one, the original or the refit, is a thing of beauty, pure beauty. That one and the Jar Jar Abrams one just makes me want to punch the universe in the face. But and then
I do own that ship. I didn't show it.
That's it. Everyone, I'm gonna need a new chief engineer.
Someone gave it to me for a gift, so I didn't.
You didn't step on it and beat the shit out of it. And
No.
stuff?
Well, the front I don't mind as much, but the nacelles, what they did with the nacelles. But Trevor, if you like it, that's.
Trevor, all opinions are welcome here.
Yeah,
by the
yeah,
way, but
yeah. If you like it, that's yeah.
But actually,
it's like
there's
saying
the thing.
orange is better than green or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
Actually,
but
the
I didn't like the nacelles. Yeah.
That's the thing, Trevor. I thought the saucer's fine. I just don't like those nacelles, especially the what do you call them? The pylons that hold them up or whatever.
The pylons are rounded. Yeah, I didn't like the rounded.
The rounded pylons on them. Yeah. But anyway, hey, look.
They were trying. They could have ended up a lot worse too, considering how bad the movies ended up being. So, yeah. It wasn't what I disliked the most was the bridge.
The ship wasn't the worst thing about the movies. So,
auto-destruct the stream.
The ship's the least of the problems. I gotta say, I'm overstating it a bit because the ship's not the problem.
Be court martial now, yeah. And the bridge was a travesty too, with all those lights and that original bridge is just so. I'm just reading all these comments are hysterical. Yep.
You like reason for what's that?
Well, the bridge is just so gorgeous, and I was showing the model on your show the other night of the new AMT kit that came out just this year, and the Start Classic bridge, and it's just so fun and just so clear. And when you look at all these new bridge, you came in you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel at home, and that Enterprise bridge comes on, you feel that you're in your happy place, right? You're in your, and everything fits, and it's easy to follow, and so.
I don't know, but I do know this. No, wait. He wrote. I'm sorry. MJ was saying, I do at least like the reason for the Abrams design, the site of Nero's idiotic ship. Sorry, I had to interject in there. It gave Starfleet a kick in the pants, and up the ass too, by the way, to push advancements on starships. I guess you know what? I'll give it this. It looks better than that stupid ship at the beginning, the Kelvin, with the bat with up. It was idiotic.
With one nacelle.
One nacelle, but it was it was upside down. I mean, it had it had two. You know what I'm saying? It looks like dog crap. But
and the
Nero's
Discovery
was even
ships,
worse.
The Discovery ships are even worse too. So that's as much as I was hoping at least to get some cool ships to build. And then the latest one, they have detachable nacelles because that helps with handling. God helps. God knows how that works. But at least you can get some cool model ships to build or something new. And that's what we were talking about ships tonight. If we look at some of the Star Trek ships, there's just such a history in it that the continuity through it. Let's just do a quick Star Trek ships, right? You just recognize all those ships together, and it's just, you've got the nacelles, and it's like a history there. You see that
But I'm
that
beating filth in
lineage.
there.
So you see that lineage, and it's beautiful. And you always got to have a nacelle. So and you have all these cool variants and different class ships that do different things. And of course, when they had Riker in this ship, they had like 100 of the same ship. It's like they didn't even design different ships. Like
Yeah.
I love this, like ships of the line. So you've got the NX-01 here, the
I used to get
refit.
the ships of the line calendar every
Yeah.
year till they started putting filth in it.
Yep, I have a ton of those. Yep.
Remember that ships of the line calendar?
Yeah. No,
It was
I have
really
a
cool. But
bunch
they
of
started
them. Yeah.
putting dog crap in them. So,
Yeah.
why is the Jar Jar ship bigger than any ship in Trek ever? I mean, I don't know. You got me, Wolfie. Let's see here.
Oh, and there's also a series of videos.
Me too,
I'll try
Trevor.
to-
I like the TMP one the best. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Yep. I was going to say there's a whole series of videos. Someone did a CGI of the original Enterprise, and it's a gorgeous cutaways. I'll try to find it on YouTube. I was watching them, and just beautiful going through all the ships. And
Hell yeah,
Well,
ED. Go ahead.
yep. No, so it's great.
Oh, I
Trying
see
to
filth.
find it. Not on this one. Not on this.
Yeah,
thing.
I see Discovery.
Where, on the top right?
No, not there, but below it, I see it.
Oh, I highlighted this one. Yeah, no, I
Okay.
like this with all the ships here. Yep,
Yeah.
shipyards. Yep. So yeah, that's a nice,
What is that?
nice fin-
Oh, there. Beautiful. And there's nothing's going to ever top either Constitution class for me. Not either one, old or new.
And let's put the refit picture. That's a
Let's
cool
see.
cool picture to show.
And the
Yeah.
worst part is, with all the expanding decks and numerous turbos on the ship, they're even bigger than the inside. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what was crazy when they had it was like a roller coaster. Going through the
That's the
the
refit of
turbo.
NX.
Yeah. Yep, that's the NX-01 refit. Yep. So
That's
the
pretty
7th
good.
season. Yep. And here's the model that I had. Haven't built yet.
Let's see
And,
that one. Oh, yeah. You got one where your mouse was just near lower. One has those really old ones with the no, over to the left.
The big pictures or the little pictures.
In the big pictures. No,
Oh,
over
this
to your
one
right
here?
again. No, one more over, two more over. There you go. Now you don't have to show it. I was just gonna say, see those old ass warp ships. See what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just thought those were kind of
Yeah,
different.
no, but that's the artists and the designers here. You just see it and you know it's Star Trek, right? So that's what's so cool about it. It's got that continuity, and then the new stuff. It's like, what are you doing? Give us some cool looking ships to remind us of Star Trek.
Actually the brewery that's supposed to be engineering in Jar Jar direct filthy trash from hell explains a lot about how the crew were acting in those movies. They were all drunk, yes. And Kirk's hands got big, remember? Blew up.
Yeah. Jeez, God.
Oh, so bad.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You are correct, sir. You are correct, sir. Absolute garbaggio. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have garbage called Jar Jar Abrams filth. They
So
don't call it the filth for nothing.
for nothing, right?
Yeah.
So here's a great video to watch. So here's I'll just pull this over. I won't play it, but because you always should go watch someone's video that they have. But if go on the YouTubes, someone did like a cutaway, and
Oh my God.
Is that awesome? So and then of course
Yeah.
you've got the area
That's the
around the
refit,
bridge.
of course.
I'll just skim it a few seconds, but yeah, go watch this video
Oh my god, I
on
want
their
to see this
channel.
video. Holy crapple.
So they do the whole ship. So they go
Oh,
through and
really?
they do
No
each
kidding.
each level. So this is
Oh,
below the
wow.
bridge. So yeah, I was watching these. So this is
Oh my god.
so look what they did. Yep.
That's some
So
starship porn there, folks.
yeah, how about the Gorns there? Yep. So yeah, go check out this. I just put the link in, so
Oh, I
go
gotta see
sub to their
that.
channel, and it's and they do
They do
videos
the
for
whole
each.
ship?
They do all the decks.
Is that
So
and
this is
that's
decks.
for refit? Oh god.
This is the refit. I think they did the original too, if you look at it. But it's just a
Oh wow.
gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous job going through each level and showing everything, and it's
Wow.
just it's glorious. Yeah. So hats
That's
off to what's
fantastic.
the website's half screen. So yeah, just
Nice.
check them out with their
Oh my
their
goodness.
videos and
Yeah, I will
it's
definitely
just
take a look at that. That's very cool.
yeah, like couldn't have.
Wolfie just
couldn't have
watched
more.
it. He says, "Oh, I just watched those yesterday. Holy crap! The swimming pool on the refit under the shuttle bay, awesome. Oh yeah, dude, I love it. That's why I want to live on those damn ships.
Yeah, that's cool, Wolf. Yep, we think alike. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I love having like the dimensions of the ships, and that's where I bought the book Making a Star Trek with Whitfield and Roddenberry, and then they had actually like a diagram of the ship and comparing it to the Enterprise aircraft carrier, like to show the size of it. So that was just
yeah. I've seen one of those
yeah.
videos that shows them size comparisons of ships to normal object, like
Yeah,
normal ships and vehicles that we have here. You
yeah,
seen that video that does that? That's like way bigger than a damn
yeah. They
aircraft carrier.
they compare. Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's incredible. You put did you put a link somewhere, or you just link show me?
Yeah,
where-
I put the link. Yeah, I did put the link in. Yep.
Where at? Oh, in there.
Oh, and in the chat. Yep.
If you could send it to me later.
Yeah,
Whatever,
well, yep. I'll send it to you. Yep.
Let's see how we're doing. I guess we got all of our votes, and we didn't get nearly as many votes as we did on our last one. But
Well, it's a tougher choice there.
wait a minute. Let me refresh. My stupid.
I got
thing stopped
36
on me,
votes.
so-
That's pretty good.
Oh, mine stopped at 23. So let me
I'm at
refresh. it here.
36 votes. Yep.
Oh, okay,
Ooh,
well,
it's
that's good.
50-50. It's 50-50.
Whoa! Sometimes you have to do
Is
that
it
if you're not.
Does it tell you the number of
Not
votes?
that I know of.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it tells me the vote. It does tell me.
36.
Tell
All right.
you?
So 36. So,
I'll
yeah.
tell you how many votes. Let's
Yep.
see. As soon as this thing refreshes here.
Well, you probably get. Yeah, you can see it since you made the poll. Yep.
Come on, man. This thing's slow ass. Okay, right now we have 36 votes. Yeah, so 50-50. My goodness.
We need one more vote.
Yeah, I mean, we'll keep it up a little bit longer while we're still on for a few more minutes. And,
Yeah. Hopefully we get
Wow,
that.
that's great,
To vote
man.
early and often. Yeah. I guess you can only vote one time though, right? So
Yeah.
you can't vote. Can't vote more than once. Yep.
MJ Media says the reason I love the refit and even the Abrams design is because of but Jar Jar filth infested maggoty. I cannot say that name without adding things like Jar Jar and filth and puke stuff. It's sort of a speech impediment, if you will, MJ. So excuse me. Designs is because of the blue circle deflector dish, my favorite color. Yes. Well, I do love the refit. Not I don't like the other one, but
Yeah. The deflector dish is a nice blue here on the.
yep, and man, neck and neck. I thought we were gonna for
Wow.
sure that was gonna be a runaway for the original. Let's see.
Well, they really
Yeah,
not
I always
the
wondered if-
refit really because it's so recognizable as the ship, and it's subtle changes, right? So you've got let's compare them. You got the square in the cells versus the round, which kind of breaks up the line of the ship. You've got that blue light for the reflector dish, which is really cool instead of that kind of antenna screen. and
MJ. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, and you've got the and you can see the tiles more, I guess the Aztec pattern as they call them. So, but it's really evokes the ship, and the neck is a little bit wider, and then you've got the photon torpedoes, kind of like the eyes of the ship here now, which are really cool. So,
MJ, I love that NX01 cap, and I've always wanted to get that. So I really, I don't know how you feel. I love the NX01 cap, and I've always wanted to grab one. I've thought about ordering it on various occasions, never have. But cool. I hope you get it because it's very cool. I like it. It was a tough question. Pop or culture?
Yep.
You think that was a tough one? Wow. Yes, we are. ED, exactly. We are diverse. Perfectly diverse so far. Absolutely. I was not expecting that, though.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be that close. Yep. There's another favorite ship of mine, the Enterprise C. I love that. I love that design. I thought they did a nice.
Enterprise C, yeah, it's pretty good.
This version here, yeah, I like it better than the D in a lot of ways. So, Pleasant Valley, Eternal Love. Yep.
So, do we call it? Do we let it go long?
We just got one vote. We just got a new vote.
Oh, original, got a vote for the original now. It's down. It's pulling in the head. It's 51% to 49%. And it's in the lead by a nose.
Well, shows you how great both designs are, right?
Oh yeah, it's to me it's the best. I mean, I like C. C's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not as good as A. You know, the A obviously the refit and the original, but I did like it in a lot of ways better than the D.
Enterprise C with a D.
Enterprise C with a D.
What about J? Do you like J? J's weird, but
I hate the J. Yeah, Enterprise J. I'll show that because I was actually on Enterprise.
On Enterprise, yeah, it was shown from the far flung future, of course.
This I really don't like this. This is just not good.
Yeah,
please don't build this ship.
I don't know. It doesn't.
It looks like something ET would be in. You know.
What I want to know is how much bigger that is than like something like the D, for example.
Oh, it's massive. Oh, it's miles long. It's the Enterprise J versus.
Well, see, when they showed it on Enterprise, they didn't show you a very good picture of it.
Yeah, they didn't have the special
this is more
effects,
detailed. Yeah. You know, and you can
I
see more.
I think this does this have the J in it? Well, here's all the.
Wait a minute. All right, scale. I'm not so sure that NX should be even that big compared to the Constitution class ship. Where's J? I don't see J.
They don't have J in here, but just to give you an idea, I know that here's the scale here. So this was the see here was the E here. So see,
the F is just speculation. There's no F. No one knows what the F looks like.
I'm trying to find the scale size. Or here's one here. Let's click that one here. So Doug Drexler, yep.
Doug Drexler designed it, of course, right?
So here's the Enterprise episode Azteki Prime.
Wow.
So here's I'll zoom in a little bit on.
That's supposed to be J right there from a side angle?
This is the J, yep. And then this is the D.
D behind it. Wow.
Yeah. It's massive, yeah, totally. And the saucer's longer than the D, yep. The saucer's as deep as in higher height at E and D. So just the size, the size of it is just we compare the size of what's in there. Yep.
Right. Wow. Crazy talk there.
Wolfie's saying, "How about the alternate Enterprise C?"
Alternate one.
I'm not sure about that one. Let me Google it. But,
is there an alternate one?
So here's what we got in that episode. So there's the ship was just.
Joe, what's up, Chopper? Here. What's up, buddy? We're just messing around tonight, Jobber. We didn't review anything tonight, but good to see you, man.
We reviewed starships.
You can take our poll, though.
Maybe is this talking about the alternate C? Yep.
That's alternate C right there.
Huh? Maybe I'm not sure. Wolfie will let us know in the chat. Yeah.
Good interview with Drexler on the Trek Yards channel. He had just to give the studio ship for her. Okay, cool. Thank you, J25. Huh. Wow. The Probert design. Andy Probert. Andy Probert was good now. USS Excelsior, Reliant.
How big is too big?
There's the Delta Flyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did we ever see the captain's yacht? Let's see.
Me too, Joe. Me too, Jobber.
I
Oh,
love
that's
these
beautiful
cutaways.
right there. These cutaways. Oh, that's fantastic. Too bad we couldn't blow that shit up. Oh, you're showing filter prize.
I forgot a
I love
ship,
it.
too.
I used to have this. I think I used to have this poster. Or at least maybe I sold a bunch.
Yeah,
of
I have a bunch of a couple of these posters. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's
MJ
interesting.
Media. That's interesting, Jim. MJ Media. I can understand that. Says Enterprise A is my enterprise. It was formerly the Yorktown, as you probably know. Because Star Trek 4 is my favorite for introducing me to Star Trek. Well, that's going to introduce you to Star Trek. Cool. Well, I love Star Trek 4, so that's great.
Yeah, you can never have too many starships,
Yeah.
right? To look at.
Yeah. Wow. Captain Rachel Garrett. There you go. Wow.
But all these, fit together so well. So it's just love the designers and what they did and how they all kind of evolve, from one need to another. You've got like a medical ship, you've got transport ship. So it's like, let's look at the.
JT Kirk for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. He says Captain Clobberin was offered command of an Oberth class ship, but passed it up because it was too powerful a ship for him to handle. Wow. It was, huh?
Yeah.
Actually, it's just that they offered me the captaincy of the Clobberin times, and I couldn't turn it down, buddy. Thank you so much, JT Kirk. I appreciate that. Appreciate it, my friend. Scotty. What's up, Scotty R37? Good to see you.
Nice, Scotty.
Let's see how we're doing on our vote.
Well, we got 41 votes now. Yep.
Let's see here. Actually had an idea for the Star Trek TV series. I don't recall if I told you about it. I think you did mention it earlier, but I can't remember. I'm very MJ Media. I'm very old and have a crappy old senile man memory. So I remember reading it, but I read so many of them I can't remember which one was yours. But just senile. That's all. It's just a terrible thing.
So there's your ship, Clobber, that you couldn't handle.
Oh, it's
Oberth
30.
class, yeah.
Oh, well, so I got to refresh mine again.
Ooh, refit took the lead.
No, did it? I have to refresh.
52 to 48.
Wow. Could keep that going a little long. What a race this has been.
Wow. Neck and neck.
It just keeps changing leads there.
Doesn't get any more exciting than this.
Wow. Man, what a race we got going. I mean, I honestly, even though I love the refit just slightly more, I thought this would be close. I mean, it would not be close
You thought it'd be refit.
I thought people would just go with me because I love the original as well. And most people I talk to bristle at me when I ever say I like the refit a little bit better, even though I love the original. And it's all the you would think it's sacrilege. Scotty also went refit.
Yep.
That's okay, Jill. We're about to wrap it up in a bit anyway. We just thought we wanted to hang out with everyone a little bit tonight, because Raquel couldn't be here, and we'll be back with the reviews next week. So don't worry about that. Again,
Thanks,
but
Jill.
I really appreciate you being here. Yeah, the Pasteur was pretty interesting.
So here's the new. Since we're gorning over ship, so here's
Agreed.
the new
Pop culture.
Here's the new bridge model that came out, which is really cool.
Oh, yeah.
So this is old. They had this model in the 70s, but they have a new version with all the walls now. So you didn't have the walls before, and of course you've got your figures that you can paint. So they have new figures that even look better. Because I'm looking at my original Spock figure from that, and it doesn't look so good. So it's an AMT kit, and you can. I got to buy this and build this. So look how cool that is.
Wow.
So you can have the whole bridge there. $35. Yep.
Okay.
Not bad, but of course it's going to take a lot to lot to build.
Yeah,
Take a lot of time to build. So, but
Wow.
and people are adding lights to them and doing it, but it's just really, really, really cool. So just love,
Wow, man, it's taking a lead. It's pulled out ahead.
yeah.
Wow, I'm shocked. I am shocked there. Yes, they are. They should do a movie bridge, but you never know, Wolfie, if they will or not.
I don't know if they ever did the. Well, they did have some toys, but and they've had a couple of, like here they did TNG, they did a toy bridge. But of course, the models always have more details and they're much better.
Yeah, a bunch of claustrophobic Enterprise D bridge, isn't it? On the other hand, this one
that
looks
toy,
really nice.
the toys. Of course, that's costs a fortune now, but to buy,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
as a toy. But yeah, it's not a
Right.
good representation. Yeah, but
Nope.
this is really nice. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? Before we get out of here, folks, I'll tell you what
Yeah.
we'll do is does anybody have any kind of questions they would like us to answer? And if not, no, but just about the show in general, what we got coming up. You know what we got coming up? We got reviews coming up, of course.
Yep.
Anything like that, but anything if there's anything you'd like to see on a review when we're not reviewing things, you see Wednesday night's Wild Card Wednesday. So sometimes I might do a Trek topic here and there over there, because this is always going to be devoted to reviews for the next couple of years. So
I think Jill calculated it out, right? Jill calculated out how many more years, right?
Yeah, we got a good while to go.
Now she's got to recalculate because we missed a week.
But in coming months, we're going to do some other type stuff. Once in a while, we might do a Trek, squeeze in a random Trek topic on a Wednesday night.
Not a bad idea.
Or other. I mean, it doesn't have to be whatever the channel handles. You all have anything? What is the meaning of life? 42.
42.
That's the answer.
We got to calculate to find out the question, though.
Boxers or briefs? What are we, geniuses here or something? I'm no biologist, Geek out moment was a blueprint video. Yeah. Oh yeah. The rec deck from STTMP takes up all the decks of the saucer section. Does it really? Wow.
The blueprint video, yep.
I can't wait to watch that.
So it's gorgeous. Yeah, it shows everything. Yeah, it just brings the ship to life, and it looks so practical too. It's designed, and then the Enterprise has a corridor around the bridge too, which makes sense.
I had a question. Yes, I think the problem is you've never known what the actual question is. Have you seen Hitchhiker's Guide?
Yeah. I've read all 5 books in the trilogy.
Yes, I love that. Yeah, well, the books, of course, are all 5 of the books are actually in there 6 now. Anyway, but all 5 books are great, but they're different too. The radio show came first.
That's right. Yeah,
but I love the BBC TV show. But Cavatino, Caviman Clay, what's up? What does God need with a starship? That's what I want to know.
And Eric said, "What about boxer briefs?" Yeah, I don't understand those. They're like half boxers, half briefs. Yeah.
I'm afraid there's just some things man was not meant to know.
Yeah. Do you know where your towel is? I always carry a towel in my backpack.
Well, you really got to know what your towel is.
I lost my babblefish, but I do have the towel.
Yep.
Always have a
I
towel.
would love to have a babelfish. Yes. Stick it in your ear. What? It's only a little one. However, anyone who tries to put up with that stupid American movie version is going to get kicked right out of the car. That's Suckles. God, it's so bad.
I love my Zoe Deschanel.
The movie bites it raw.
I know, but I have a thing for her. She's a weakness of mine. Don't tell the missus.
That movie blows goats half proof. No, I don't think there's 6. There's 5. I will just be. I don't think there's. It was a later, but I'm sure there's only 5.
One of my favorite parts of the book, they have the chair that's stuck in the hallway, and the computer can't calculate how to get it out of the hallway. They said you would have had to defy, the laws of physics, or it would have had to phase through to get to where it is, and it just stuck. The Dirk Gently's detective agency. There's just like a big recliner, sofa just stuck in the hallway. They can never get it out.
Max Redstone heading out, buddy. You take it easy, man.
Take care, Max. Thanks for stopping by.
Good night, buddy. Thanks for being here. Alan Rickman's a great actor, but I'm sorry, Stephen Moore is Marvin. End of conversation on that one. And I should know because I own the universe. I'm Zaphod Beeblebrox. Hey, I'm not. Oh God, what a terrible casting for Zaphod Beeblebrox. I like Sam Rockwell, but I'm like, that's terrible. Mark Wing Davey is Zaphod Beeblebrox. Did you ever remember the book that they didn't even do film or audio? They just only did the book of Life, the Universe, and Everything. The fourth book or the third book. That was the third book.
It's been years since I read it.
Yeah, and they had this character, Wildbagger, the infinitely prolonged, and he was immortal. And so he was bored, so he decided to go around the universe and stop and visit every person in the universe and insult them. It was just so when he meets Arthur Dent, he finds him. Arthur Dent? He goes, yes. Arthur Philip Dent? Yes. He goes, you are a jerk, a complete knee biter. And he just left him. My favorite though was Slotty Bartfast.
Yeah.
I love Slotty Bartfast.
Oh, Steve Mitchum's heading out, so
okay,
hope you
buddy,
feel
better, Steve Mitchum. Take it easy, bro. And, hope we do see you tomorrow night, man.
Yep. Hope you feel better. Hope Maddie's feeling better too. Yep. Oh, and Dirk Gently. What TV version of Dirk Gently did you like? Well, that new series. I
didn't watch either one of them.
That was just some crazy stuff.
I don't
know how that got made. I watched about half of it.
In alphabetical order? What's that, J2? Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, the guy.
Yes, in alphabetical order. Wildbagger. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. In alphabetical order. Go ahead. So continue. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah. So that was okay. The Dirk Gently, but it was batshit crazy, which Dirk Gently is.
The second one, you mean?
The second one, yeah.
I didn't watch either one of those.
It was so weird. God. So.
Claudia Black or Aaron Gray? Oh, you're killing me, man.
You kill us.
Eric, damn you. I love Claudia Black,
question.
I really do, but Aaron Gray is my life, just about, because my first love in life was a tie between Yvonne Craig and Marta Kristen, but after that, it's Linda Carter and then Aaron Gray.
I might go Claudia Black.
Claudia's
wonderful. But I mean, that's like,
dude, don't even.
That's like flip a coin.
Go there, man.
Don't go there.
Are you crazy, son? Son, I say, son. Are you nuts making us make a decision like that?
Her voice. I think her voice does it.
Oh, that would be a poll to put up, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Aaron Gray or Claudia Black. All right, folks, I'm closing the voting. Let me refresh one time. Make sure
double check. Make sure it's not tied.
I'm going to refresh it first. I'm going to refresh because sometimes it stops on me and see who wins here. And then I'm going to close the voting up on this one. Then we're going to skedaddle.
Yeah.
Because give you guys some extra time off.
I got to run a Pinewood Derby tomorrow too. So.
You do. You need to get some rest, boy.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Not too early, fortunately, but yeah.
Okay. 44 votes. The Enterprise refit nudges out, and that's what Enterprise original design, 52% to 48%. My goodness. It doesn't tell you, I guess, how many votes. Let's see.
Well, let's see. Does it tell you how many?
No, it doesn't.
I thought it was telling me how many votes.
It doesn't tell me how many votes. It should think. You think it would tell me? Nevertheless, I'm going to end the poll now. There we go. Thank you all for voting in that, by the way.
Oh, 44 votes. Yeah, 44 votes. Yeah.
I mean, no votes. It tells you, but I mean, it doesn't tell who voted. You're right.
Yeah. You can't.
I said that wrong.
Your vote is private. Yeah, your vote is private. Yep.
Yes, Trevor Cunningham, Diana Rigg. Yes. I mean, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
In fact, that's what we should have. It's too late now. We should have been toxic males tonight and talked about our favorite Star Trek babes.
Oh, the girl from Mirror Mirror does it for me.
Barbara Luna. I got an autograph from her. A buddy of mine got for me. Hey, Clobby. let's see. How about favorite episodes?
It was Reg.
Mirror Mirror is my favorite. Yeah. Okay, even though he's not here, Mr. Smarty Pants Lord Thought, but he'll be here Monday night. I'll tell you, he's always joking with me about my top 10. My countdown when we get out of here, my countdown of my top 10 are as follows: 10, but Galileo 7. 9, Court Martial. 10, Journey to Babel. 7, Space Seed. 6, Balance of Terra. 5, The Doomsday Machine. 4, The Devil in the Dark. 3, Amok Time. 2, Sitting on the Edge of Forever. And number 1, my all-time favorite episode of Star Trek is Mirror Mirror. That's dedicated to
LT.
LT. And you can make your list one day and tell me yours one of these days.
Yep, I'm probably almost all those episodes are in on my top
orders,
10,
yeah.
but various order. And Galileo 7 is probably my number one. I think now, I flipped through the years. Like you say, you change, but the alternative fact. And,
the alternative factor, D-Bud's not even my number one worst one, believe it or not.
And the children shall lead.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go Jolene Bailing.
That or Children Shall Lead or Spot's Brain. They're up there. It's I don't know. We'll have to see. I have to remake that list.
And I have one more ship to show because I forgot the first.
Okay,
I forgot this one here. So
one more ship, folks. Hey, first warp. That's Zephyr Cochrane's Phoenix, right?
Yep, the Phoenix. Yep.
It's been a long road. Getting from there to here. Sorry, everyone. Should be the other one. Why don't you come with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride?
So you gotta have the original on the show. And that was a pretty good. We're on the movie theater that night, and then we're like, oh, that doesn't look like the first warp drive ship. And then when the nacelles pop out, we all cheered. Like, that was so cool. That was brilliant design. I love that.
Yeah.
So.
Nuclear
missile
J.D.
the cockpit.
Lewis.
Yep.
Hey there. Good to see you, J.D. Lewis.
Sherry Jackson.
Well, that's nothing wrong with that one. She's something.
There's some cute ones. Yep. That was my joke with my buddies growing up.
Well, buddy. What's that now?
We'd say, hey, they spent all their budget on the actresses, not the special effects, because they would always have gorgeous actresses on Star Trek. And
yeah, buddy.
Yeah, and that episode was the one they censored her outfit, I think. In that Star Trek episode, they kept changing that, and then they had something else in that episode that was, shall we say,
love it. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they went by the censors.
For the love of God, don't.
Yeah, no, I'm not, but I'm just.
No, but you made me think about it. That's bad enough.
Yeah. So.
Oh dear. Well, everyone, I tell you what, before we say our goodbyes, and we're going to do it just like we always do, quick show note. Monday night, Moxie Comics Talk, Clobby's Classic Comics Review at a special time, 8:30 Central Standard Time. And that is, I'll have to reschedule that. I'll tell LT. We're going to review the 1982 classic comic book miniseries Wolverine by Chris Claremont, Frank Miller, and Joe Rubinstein. And it is a good one. If you're a comics fan out there, if you're a Wolverine fan especially, I'm not much of a Wolverine fan, but it's a great comic. So, and then, of course, a couple of shows after that, there will be Wednesday, Wildcard Wednesday, and Clubby's Clubhouse, both us Wednesday and Thursday night. And then next Saturday night, we will be back with our TNG reviews. We get to the TNG movies in June. We start DS9 this July. We start Voyager next June in 2023, which takes us to May 2024.
Are we going to look like the characters from the Deadly Years when we finally finish?
We are.
Kidding.
We start Enterprise around May 2024. Thanksgiving. We finish before Thanksgiving, but given a chance to rain, it might take a little while. Everyone, please remember, up until tonight, we did 63 episodes straight, not missing Saturday. Because, and again, a lot of that, Raquel has a life, and we love her. So I hope she's having a wonderful time, and I really do. She has a life, And then she's been cooped up where she lives. Restrictions of she hasn't been able to do anything on Saturday nights, and it's a damn shame. And we took advantage of it, but at least she had fun doing this, and we love it, and we love her. But I wanted her to go out and get to do something, so it came up, and I'm so happy for her. And she got to do it. But, in the future, there may be other nights where, I don't think we could make another 66 or 63 in a row again.
You beat DiMaggio's streak at 56 games.
They're going to be variables. Yeah, maybe it's some kind of YouTube streak. I don't know. But whether that happens or not, I will be here every one of those nights, every Saturday. And if something happens and she has to miss, we'll come and we'll just I'll think of something better next time. I didn't have a lot of notice this time, but I mean, we will hang out and talk Trek. Saturday night will always be Saturday Night Star Trek here at Clobberin Times. And I really appreciate you all hanging out with us. And it is time now to say our goodbyes. And yes, yeah, exactly. It is
and thank you, thank you for having me. Really appreciate it. I'm no Raquel. I'm nowhere near as smart and good looking, but I hope I didn't bore you guys too much with all the.
I think everybody enjoyed it. And yes, everyone, a big round of applause for our chief engineer for being nice enough to hang out with me. If it had just been me, I would have just been here, and you'd have been bored because it had just been me. But I'd have found something. But he helped enormously by bringing something good to the table, showing us some cool stuff, and then being able to hang out with me. So,
well, I agree with you on everything except that you'd be boring. But thank you very much.
I'm as boring as it comes. So you helped me out. So everyone, a big thank you, and I appreciate you, dude, hanging out with me tonight here. Thank you so much. I hear you, Eric. I know you're not feeling well, buddy. That's why I didn't want to prevail upon you, man. But we hope you feel better.
Yeah, hope you feel better. Yeah.
Well, thank you, everyone. So now I'm going to it's shout out time. Even people who are not still with us or had to run off or get a shout out. So here we go. Of course, the aforementioned Mark D with us here, our chief engineer, and our wonderful chief of communications, Anti-Derivative Jill. Thank you so much for being here, Jill. We appreciate you. The Comic Relief Crusader. Thank you for being here, bud. Phantom Outsider. Appreciate you, dude.
Well, thank you, Phantom. And he was one that pointed out my audio was missing from my my Hall of Justice ornament. So thank you, Phantom. I redubbed the new video up. So thank you for. I made a boomer mistake when I switched cameras and turned my mic off.
Oh,
so yeah,
well, I watched that today. It had audio, so it said pitched on there. I wonder what that was. All right.
Yeah, thank you, Phantom. Yep.
Raymond and Sandra Feliciano, thank you so much for being here with us. Appreciate you. The great Max Redstone, I believe he had to run, but thank you, Max Redstone. J-Man popped in at the beginning a little bit. J-Man, appreciate you, buddy. The extraordinary great man of iron, D. Bud Martin, thank you, buddy. Michael Beacom, I believe, had to run. Thank you, Michael Beacom. Enigmatic Drop Bear, ED, I appreciate you hanging out with us so much, man, putting up with us. And, I'm sorry we didn't have the reviews tonight, man, but it was really just great spending time with you. And we appreciate you, as always. Thank you so much.
Great comments.
Absolutely. Pleasant Valley Picker, thank you for being here tonight. We really appreciate it, buddy. And we will give Raquel your regards. We know you enjoy her. Well, we all do. We miss her. We love her. JT Kirk, buddy, thank you so much for being here tonight. Kal-El, my friend, appreciate you. Thanks for being here. The great Steve Mitchum, and I hope you and Maddie feel better, buddy. Take care, my friend. Tyrell 72, thank you so much for being Tyrell. I always appreciate you having here. Thank you so much. The great Hungry Boy, always a pleasure, buddy. Hope you'll be with us for the Monday Nighter. Hungry for more Silver Age quality, aren't we all?
Yep.
Eric Carroll, thank you so much, Eric Carroll. Of course, it goes out with saying the great Eric K, Bronze Wrencher extraordinaire. Thank you, buddy. Captain James T. Skywalker, thanks for being here, bud. Andy Masterson popped here in at the beginning. Yep. Appreciate you, Andy. The great Pat S. did pop in also. Good to see you there, bro. The Catman, a.k.a. D.D. Myers, I think he had to run. Well, I hope he's doing all right.
I think he did, yep.
J25, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you. Wolfie, buddy, thank you. And thanks for all the tech help there. Appreciate you. By the way, here's the episodes for next week in case you all need to know. Oh, before I do that, thank you, Eric K. Bronze Rancher, for that super chat, $2. Raquel makes us all smarter. We do not deserve her. I certainly don't consider myself to be worthy of her. She gets mad when I say it, but too bad. She's not hearing it now anyway. So we can talk. We can say things behind her back like we love her and I'm not worthy and she can't do anything. Look up. No. I love you, number one. Let's see here. Clobe was here. Minimus was here earlier. Probably not anymore. Probably asleep. Keely Chow, roll tide.
Roll tide.
Bob Culture Republic, thank you for being here, my friend. Appreciate you. James Caserta, thank you for hanging out with us. Appreciate seeing you. Dad Man walking in. Hail to your wonderful dad clan, my friend.
Hey, Dad Man.
Channel Surf, thank you for popping in. Trevor Cunningham, thank you for being here with us tonight. MJ Media, thank you so much.
Take care, MJ.
Indeed, Just Joe 47, Jobber Buddy, be good, bro. Scotty R37, good to see you. Thank you so much. Cavaccino Cavalman Shea, I never say that quite right. It's a tongue twister there. Thank you.
That's a tough one, but he's a great guy.
And my bud JD Lewis. And I hope I did not miss anyone, but again, you all know who I am. Again, shout out to our wonderful First Officer RM Briggs. Again, the episodes next week will be Face of the Enemy, Tapestry, and Birthright Part 1 and 2. The Birthright Part 1 and 2. Thank you for that, Jill. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Thank you all so much. I will play us out with this wonderful messages about the extraordinary works of science fiction of our dear First Officer, and then our ending credits. So thank you all, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Spinner Rack video coming out tomorrow. And don't forget Sunday night geekery with the Great Mark D with the C's channel. Put your linker in there.
Yeah. We'll
and of course, he has a new enabling video up. And you got any more videos coming up this week, or just
Yeah, I got a couple more enabling and some toy. Maybe I'll do a couple of these starships in depth toys in the attic before I put them all away.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm trying to roll out some more videos. Quick hits, and then I did also the Batman build, Batwing Part 2. So I got to keep building that.
Nice.
LT's like, you haven't gotten very. Someone was like, you haven't gotten very far on that one, and so forth. So
it'll get there.
It'll get there. Yep.
It'll get there.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you, dude. Thanks so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good night, everyone. Clobber on clobberers and trek on trekkers. See you next week. And hopefully see you Monday, too. So take care, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend.
I protest. I am not a merry man.